Well, for example, if you have... Okay. Oh, you can change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest. Okay, so yeah, next... I gotta tweak this a little bit. Because, well... I have heat metal, but I'm not gonna really use that. And if I can use Eli's NPC as my crutch for haste, saying. No, you would not agree to this. You would not agree to this.
Agree to taking damage, no matter what amount.
You might end up losing some AC once we convert to the new rules.
Oh? Well, for what?
Actually, maybe not. Though I don't know if the... Yeah, well...
Let's see.
I think the only issue you would have is one of your classes. We'd have to figure out, like, how to redo, what's it called?
Blood Hunter?
The Blood Hunter, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because everything else
might not actually
should
affect your AC. That might just affect, like, some of your other damage resistances.
Yeah, I mean, only resistant. I mean, I just have... I mean, yeah, honestly, and to be honest, the Blood Hunter, like, that resistance to non-magical damage, I mean, I don't know the last time we faced someone who's been dealing non-magical damage to us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I haven't really used that at all, lately. I mean, obviously I'm using transformation, but that perk hasn't been
Yeah, so
anything
there'll
crazy.
probably be. We could probably do some kind of story reason why you're not transforming anymore. Figure out like a little bit of a respec.
Oh, but I like the transformation. I like the aesthetic.
I think there is another. Isn't there like some race that can transform?
I mean, they're shifters, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah. Wait, shifters are pretty close. Well, yeah. Then I'd lose AC. Shifters, you can. Yeah, they have their transformation. It's +1 AC. They get temp HP on top of that. But
So maybe.
well, I
Like,
mean, yeah.
although that would lose the Warforged.
Yeah,
That could be
yeah,
a
I'd lose the
story
Warforged
thing
anyways.
too. Like you actually get like an organic body back. I don't know.
that'd
we
be
can take a
interesting.
look at it.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I mean, obviously they haven't redone the Artificer yet, so
Yeah.
I probably would just keep the Artificer as is. What's your other class?
2 levels of Paladin.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't that much of a change in Paladin. You just can't stack smites anymore,
Yeah.
so you can only do it once. Still not a huge nerf. You can also do other types of smites as well, so that's kind of cool. You have more variety in your smiting.
Yeah. Like, can you tell me how many spells can, like, if I'm just going straight Artificer? Because I'm trying to. How many can I have prepared? Because I was going through the rules and it was a little confusing. Because it says.
I mean, if you're just straight Artificer, you just use what's in the book for the Artificer at this level. I think Artificer is a half caster, technically. I don't know, I'd have to. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But yeah, it says under the level how many spells you'd get. If you look in the under the class description for Artificer.
Oh, so okay, that is.
You prepare, I want to say your level plus your int modifier, number of spells.
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking about the prepare, not, I guess, like how many slots I'm expending, or is it the same?
It should have it in your chart. No, there's a chart that has the number of spell slots you get per day.
Yeah, I feel like 432. Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's because I'm 2 levels of Paladin. I get 433, but
Yeah,
I guess
if you have 2 levels of Paladin, I think Paladin does count as a half caster class, so you get less spells.
Right.
But you have all your Artificer spell slots, so.
Well, how many would I prepare? That's what I'm saying. Is it like, if I have 4 spell slots and 4 different spells I can prepare, or?
Well, no, you prepare a number of spells equal to your level plus your int modifier. I believe. I think that's how it works for most casters.
So I mean, then after that I can distribute how I want, right? Or
what do you mean how you want?
Well, okay. So let's say I have let's say I'm Artificer 10. That half of that's 5, and then I get int +3, so that's 8. So I can have a total of 8.
I thought it was your Artificer level plus your int is how many you can prepare. Am I wrong on that?
I'm just looking at Wiki.lit. I think it said half.
Oh, I know for Wizard it's your level. Maybe for Artificer it's half.
Yeah, when you do so, you choose a number of Artificer plus int modifier plus half your Artificer level, rounded down. Yeah, so.
All right.
So I can have a total of 8 spells prepared. Am I reading that right? I don't understand. Am I reading that correctly?
Yeah, I mean, if you had 10 levels, then that would be correct. If that's what it says.
So let's say I could do like 4, 2, and 2?
Yeah, or however you want to, like, divvy it out.
Okay. I thought there was I thought you had to do it Okay, no, I got the idea. I need to, when I do my next long rest, I have to swap out some stuff.
Yeah. Intelligence modifier plus half your Artificer level rounded down.
Okay, yeah. I gotta rework some of the stuff.
The spells must be of a level for which you have spell slots, obviously. Wouldn't be much point in preparing spells you can't cast.
Right. Okay.
Where's Glenn? Like 20
Where's
minutes.
where's our bard?
He said 10 minutes. He lied to me.
He's also one controlling Eli, so that'll be a double whammy. Maybe early snack run, so he doesn't have to do it in the middle of session? Question mark?
I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we should get started. Oh,
There you go.
Hey, sorry guys.
All good.
Alright. So we now have you here. Malin was the last scribe, is that right?
Uslug.
Uslog was the last scribe.
That was 2 sessions ago.
Okay.
Miri.
Well, yeah, volunteered.
Hmm?
Most generously.
And then I
Whoa.
proceeded to procrastinate until like 2 hours before the session.
They're Splitlanders games. I'm wigging out. What's going on?
Huh?
There's 2 Splitlander games. What?
Yeah, he's trying to confuse us all.
Wait, what?
So
I
you
didn't
want the non-legacy one?
Okay.
Because I converted to Jumpgate.
I
Right
was
one.
Wait, what? What?
interesting about Jumpgate when I saw the little pop-ups. I was like, oh.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
I've
that
been.
is.
It's been pretty good. It's a lot more stable, I've found. There's a couple of things that are buggy, but overall, like it seems to have better performance. So I've just.
Am I
been
in the
Alright.
right game or should I? I'm not sure which one I clicked.
Yeah, you're on the right game.
Okay.
I think
Because I
we're.
saw doubles for some of the other games, but I didn't actually see a double for Thursday, so I just clicked the first one I saw.
Yeah, I didn't see a double either.
Oh, we can do effects now.
Yes,
That's
Before,
cool.
if you knew the right code.
That's cool.
but please don't do them unless you actually have like an
Ow.
reason to do them.
Well, I can't play with them before the game. This
It's
is
so
like all new
stupid.
to
It's
me, man.
like we can't give players like lighting and sight options for the tokens, but we're going to give them spell effect options
So just troll the DM.
to just troll the DM.
I'm just messing around. Just like this is the first time I've ever been able to do this. Like this is something cool.
All right. Anyway,
I'm gonna have to make a new game just to fuck around with these.
the effects. Yeah.
All right.
So Estrella, it would be your turn to scribe since you
I'm
skipped
going
last
to
week.
politely decline.
All right. Is anyone else willing to do it this week? I think Glenn would be next on the.
He's not going to volunteer.
I'm gonna politely decline.
Oh my god. Alright, I guess I'm taking one for the team.
Thank you, man.
All right, Malin's taking. it
I'm
this week.
literally crafting while I speak to you.
I gotta start, spinning these story points. They're just like I think I'm gonna max out.
I'm pretty close to maxing out too, actually.
Oh, that's true. I got a
Max is-
story point
that's
from
still right, yeah.
last
I
turn.
mean, I don't have inspiration because those were character bound, but I have plenty of story points.
Was Uslog the last scribe?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think I said that.
Yes.
all right.
Okay.
So Estrella is still at the top, but we will have Malin take over for this week. So Estrella, or Uslog, could you give us a quick rundown of the events of last week?
Yeah, I'm not sure how quick it'll be, but I'll read what I've got.
Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
It's the 47th of spring. We started out at Hollowhand's abode. In exchange for a part of my soul, which I was just informed was corrupted by being briefly trapped in one of Malik's crystals, Hollowhand owed us an answer to a question. We had decided that the weapons of Constance were our best lead. If we knew where exactly to find them, it would make our quest much easier. Along with the supplies to plane shift to the Shadowfell, Hollowhand told us who could help us locate the weapons, and I was not at all surprised to hear the name Xerxes. Last I saw him, though, he had left us with no way of getting in touch with him, despite our asking, and I'm the only one here who has met him. It looks like we'll need to travel to the Shadowfell first in order to find my allies. Rune might know sending magic. I think she ended up sticking around Aldrin's watch. Xeris and Quince also met him and traveled with us to this plane, but I'm pretty sure they don't know that sort of magic. The others questioned Hollowhand further without much success, as I mulled over what had just happened. My soul is corrupted, and now not even complete, thanks to Hollowhand's ritual. But I have one, which is not something I was always sure of, and if it can be used to save the world, well, that's something. I tuned back in to overhear Glenn asking Hollowhand if he's really from Nightweather, to which, of course, he didn't answer. Malin then asked about Malifor, his former incarnation. On this topic, Hollowhand was more forthcoming. He even mentioned a dog Malifor was fond of. This seemed to satisfy Malin for the time being. Glenn asked Hollowhand if he would be willing to help us stop the cataclysms if we found a way to do so. Hollowhand stated that when the time comes, it will not be up to him, as it is our decision alone. Why have we always chosen to let the world burn, we wondered? I'm sure you will understand at one point, Hollowhand said, but there's a reason I can't tell you too much. Hollowhand did say that he doubts the Shadowlords will be able to get into the first city, Nightweather, but he seems to think we have a chance. If any of the 7 did get in, he added, that would be quite the day. We asked more about the 7, and all Hollowhand said was that they all exist still, and so far they are unaware of us, despite what we have done. Wonder how long that will last. We tried to get him to help us with the Hollowhand in the tower, but he didn't seem to think it was his concern. We may have promised the tower to a dragon in exchange for his help, but we weren't aware it was occupied, so this leaves us in a bit of a bind. We need the tower more than ever now, and can't afford to lose access to it. Despite us telling him this, Hollowhand seemed indifferent to our predicament. He allowed us to stay at his house a day, though. We had not planned on staying long, but Estrella was excited for a library, so we decided to stick around for a bit. He warned us to stay out of the basement, and of course we asked what was in there. He didn't answer that, but it was worth a shot. Estrella also asked where he keeps his spells, but he said no, she can't look. We returned to his house via portal, from whatever the other place was he brought us. Curious, I activated the Gem of Seeing and found the cozy little hovel to be a gutted, abandoned shell, empty, the charming decor and comforts all an illusion. One powerful enough to make things physical enough to interact with, like in the tower. After poking around a bit, we returned to the inn. After giving Eli a little time to start scribing the plane shift spell, we decided he could continue his work from the tower while we made preparations to head to the Shadowfell, such as awakening some Warforged in the tower to assist us. There was a slight issue. Gavrix was still honeymooning with Xana in the mountains. While we knew we weren't planning on sticking around Isik for long, and he knew how to find the tower, we didn't want him to think that we were trying to abandon him, which would leave the people of Isik to deal with his ire. So Malin created a magic message and left it at the inn. As we were leaving Isik, we heard a commotion and the roar of something monstrous. Too large to be a red dragon. The only other thing it could be was... Malin immediately dashed north towards the lake. We all followed, stopping briefly to ask a frightened guard what the hell was happening over there. And what he described removed all doubt. I forgot we also talked to a commie about this too, but that's beside the point. Nessie had gone berserk. We had many questions, but time was of the essence, and Malin was already way ahead of us, so we held them. What had caused the plesiosaur to suddenly attack? It was under Hollowhand's complete control, and we had just left Hollowhand in his good graces. Something must have happened. Sure enough, the gnome appeared before us, equally unsure of what was happening. It seems he had lost control of his pet. We didn't stay to chat, but we heard Hollowhand calling what sounded like some warning, as we did. Perhaps we should have listened. Malin, being first to the shore, flew across the lake and lured the gigantic undead monster towards the south shore, or to try to lure the gigantic undead monster toward the south shore, where we were forced to stop. Not that we didn't trust Malin to follow through with his plan, but as he sped across the lake fueled by magic, we came up with a plan to get the rest of us close enough to the creature as well. Sure enough, despite his efforts to remain true to his word, Malin was forced into the 1v1 fight he had always dreamed of, on account of the monster's massive jaws pinning him in place. I was getting more frustrated at being grounded there on the shore, unable to assist. Glenn, on the other hand, seemed amused. However, he came through as always and cast Fly on those of us next to him. Estrella was warped to the boat in the water by Eli and cast some magic on Malin. The rest of us flew towards the creature. I was halfway there when a beam of necrotic energy hit Glenn, and we both fell into the water. This complicated things, but I adapted, throwing my returning javelin as I swam up to the thrashing creature. While it was busy swinging its head about, trying to snap up Malin once more, I climbed up on its back and began jabbing with my javelin. Glenn keeps somehow drawing its attention, but Malin and I are doing the best we can to keep its focus on us. It looks like Malin is a little worse for the wear, seeing as the beast keeps attempting to swallow him. Estrella casts the moonbeam on the creature, and Malin shrinks, but is still able to grapple Nessie, directing its head and preventing it from firing beams at Glenn. Glenn is back on the shore, yet is still able to be heard taunting Malin, so I guess he's not in terrible shape despite the beating he took from those beams. Moments later, Nessie decides I would make a better meal than Malin, but just as I realize it has me in its jaws, I'm back on its back. Good old Vortex Warp. The creature is wounded, looking rough, but apparently regenerating. We need to bring it down fast. The end.
Alright, I think it had Malin in its jaw, right? I haven't marked its grappling.
No, I'm grappling it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, he's marked as grappling, but I think he grabbed you as well.
No.
Well, then why do you have grappling on mark on yourself?
Because
I'm grappling because I grabbed him around the jaw and I was grappling it.
Oh, you shouldn't
I'm not
be
in the jaw
marked
right
then.
Okay.
You would not have that mark unless you are actually grappled. Okay. So Uslag, it is your turn. You are up on the beast. What do you want to do?
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with my javelin.
Alright, so you stab it.
Stab.
With the javelin. Yeah, 23 is going to strike it.
Okay.
Stabbing it with the javelin of returning for 19.
And again.
Alright, yeah, 22 delivers another strike. Doing another 11 and getting its attention again.
Rawr. That's it.
Alright, at the end of your turn, its jaw is going to snap towards you, attempting to bite you. Yeah, that will strike you. Doing 15 piercing and 11 necrotic as it grabs you in its jaw, restraining you.
18 total.
Yeah. So the creature whips its head down as Malin goes flying down with it and just snaps right onto Uslag, like picking her up in its jaw.
Okay. Uslag's looking pretty wounded from that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So she
Not
is
too wounded.
grappled and restrained now. No longer on the beast's back, so I'll take that off. Alright, that is it for Uslag's turn. Malin, just holding on to this thing as it's whipping its head around.
I mean, yeah, this grapple thing, I'm only stopping the death laser, but I don't think Glenn's gonna try to come close anyways. If I'm grappling it, how many times can I punch this thing?
As many as you want.
So can I just do my normal 4
attacks.
punches?
Yeah. Honestly, like, you're not sure grappling this thing is doing much since it's so big. Like, it's not actually stopping it from moving.
Yeah, I decreased
Still,
my
like, swinging
size.
around.
Do I get any... I forgot, do we have any advantage on hitting this thing? Or...
I don't
forgot.
think so, but it has a pretty low AC.
Right. When did you do your war? Well, actually, you just went, so the war would
Yeah, it
be
just
out.
ended on my
Yeah.
turn. Yeah.
And Australia didn't hit the thing. All right, regular attacks it is. Let go, Mooslug!
Punch it in the side of
Oh
the face.
boy.
Yeah, 16 would strike it. The first punch.
Please, I need a crit.
So that's 11 and 2, 13. Alright, 18, yeah, that will strike again. Doing another 14, the second punch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that will strike again.
That's a 3. You know how bad these rolls are. God, this thing is such low AC. All right, yeah, and last punch.
Alright, yeah,
My
17
God.
will strike it again. Doing another.
At least I max damage that one.
Alright, anything else?
Yeah, that's. I'm going to. Yeah, I mean that's going to be. That's my turn.
Alright, so at the end of your turn, it's going to attempt to swallow Uslog. So I need
Athletics check.
an athletics check.
Okay. Advantage, because I'm raging. 21.
Okay.
Thank God you have advantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it is going to succeed
Oh my God.
and gulp you down. Uslog disappears into its mouth.
Oh.
This will be an adventure.
With a 21? Oh my God.
Yeah, with the 21, that was definitely.
Yeah.
roll
Can
high.
I guess yeah. You can't. You're not gonna retcon if I try to flash a genius her.
I mean,
I don't know if a +3 would save it, but I assume it has to be close.
that wouldn't actually be enough. If it's just
God damn.
It's close though.
Damn.
Alright. So yeah, Uslog is gulped down. Let me remind myself what that means for you.
It means she's going to be punching some intestine,
Oh my God.
stabbing from the inside.
That's my plan. If I am able to, I might be completely restrained.
Okay, so nothing yet, but it will mean something on your turn. All right, so that's it for Malin. The Plesiosaurus goes.
That's good for me.
Oh my word.
So
Thought it's not gonna make that. All right.
it
Hit me.
gains 20 health from regenerating, and it
Oh.
is going to snap at you. I
I've been
think.
hitting it with radiant, so that's not going to do the trick.
Oh, it started on your moonbeam, right? So that is a con save.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Didn't roll very well. What's your DC?
Great question. I don't know. 18.
Oh, well, I guess it made it then.
Oh.
Actually, just made it. All right, so it takes half damage though.
I have a note that I cast this at levels
6.
Six.
Yeah, remember you cast it at level 6, yeah.
Okay.
Let me find it. I should have made a macro. So level
Also, is there
6,
something up with your mic? You sound really weird.
I'm using a headset I don't normally use because I'm in a different room crafting. I'm away from my computer.
Gotcha.
All right, 2d10 radiant plus d each level above second. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6d10, right? Okay.
Yes. So that would be 11
Yeah.
points of damage.
Dang, I was kind of
Radiance.
counting on that at least equaling out the regen. Jeez.
Which it would have if it hadn't
Yeah.
resisted, yeah.
Alright, it's gonna. Let's see, it's gonna move very slowly. Trying to get
Who's
away
log?
from
Welcome back. No.
that.
Nope, I'm going with it. Wherever it goes.
Yeah. And then it is
Being
going
messy.
to attack Malin with its bite.
How do you survive one roll?
29. Suspicious.
My God. Get it, 29. Yeah, it hits me. It's gonna. I can't shield that. All right, my turn to go in the jaw.
So 17 piercing, 11 necrotic, and it would snatch you up.
Okay. 11 halved. 5.
So second attack.
I only gets one because it's slowed.
Oh, right. It's got the slow on it. Okay, never mind. So yeah, you are grabbed in its mouth. And at the end of its turn, it gets another wisdom save.
Mhm.
Not even sure if it can make this. No, it would fail. Oh, it can make it. It just has to roll well. Oh, and if it's slowed, it only goes 10 feet. Alright, so that's it for the Plesiosaurus. Into the new round, Glenn.
I don't think I can do anything. Been 5 feet away. Goddamn. Spark is 60 feet. Damn. Okay. Gonna take the dodge action. Nothing I can do.
Alright.
And I'll end my turn.
So that is it for you.
Let's go try to swallow me.
Yeah, so at the end of the turn, it will try to swallow Malin. So I need a...
This is. Whew, oh my. I don't have an edge anywhere.
I don't know if I can even beat that. I'll try. Let's
Why? Now I get a good roll. Thank God.
It actually got close, but no, you are not swallowed. I think, no, I couldn't have beat that, even with a 20. But it actually came close with a 20. Rolled a 19. Alright, so that is it for Glenn's turn. Eli.
Eli, get me out of here! Unless you can get Uslok somehow first.
I might. Might. So far. He's played dancing, so he gets an extra 10 feet.
I don't think you can Vortex Warp her out, just as a warning.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because I have to see the
Unless you
target.
got-
Yeah.
Unless
Damn.
you got something else. She might. I'm not sure what Eli has.
So I don't know if this is too meta of a question, but I believe, let's say if I was able to vortex warp him or banish him or like somehow teleport him, does the
She would
contents
still be
of his-
inside. No, she would still be stuck in him. She would go with him.
Damn.
Well, that's what you believe would happen anyway. Things don't leave behind their lunch when you teleport them.
How does polymorphing a familiar work? They still can't take their own actions without
They have
their
actions.
owner doing it, right?
They just normally don't attack.
Well, that's what I mean. They can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
Polymorph one, could they attack on their own turn?
Just to clarify, you have never seen my familiar.
God damn
You
it.
don't.
All right, never mind.
I've
True,
never
it's
talked
invisible.
about it. Yeah. Sorry.
Fucking druid.
It's true. It's
Just proving my point.
Except it's not my druid abilities that are have the familiar.
I guess you could polymorph Malin.
I feel like Malin would do more damage as he is versus being a giant shark, though.
Oh, fair enough.
yeah.
Polymorph yourself.
Are you hasted?
Yeah.
Malin? Okay. He... for some reason, Eli did not... Okay, so he has advantage on concentration checks of blade singing, but for some reason he did not take resilient, so his con save is +1, and giant AC is bullshit. So
Oh my god. Uh-oh.
I'm not. Character, please.
Every character is min-maxed.
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, what is this?
Get rid of dust spot.
Let's see. I'm reading through some spells I haven't seen before. Dexterity saving throw. See if he doesn't look very dexterous, does he? He's a big fatty.
Yes, this is true.
Doesn't look too dodgy now.
Balance. Eli yells out, "I really need you to kill this thing." So in lieu of that, in light of that, he is going to point his finger out with like a finger gun motion, and a thin green beam is going to shoot at the monster for focusing on its head as he's going to cast Disintegrate.
Alright. So... Dex
Yeah, honestly, that's
save.
probably. Oh, Vortex
Oh,
Orbs in
it
action.
is gonna fail, so it will take
Yes!
74.
Nice.
It's not badly wounded, though, is it?
Not yet.
Damn!
It seems very unhappy with Eli now.
Come at me, bitch! He yells out, and obvious.
Sure, can you get me out of here, please? I don't have advantage on my athletics anymore.
Alright, so that is going to be it for Eli. At the end of Eli's turn, this thing is going to chomp on Malik with advantage.
Malin.
Or
He's gonna kill Malik for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Doesn't the swallow take all of his legendary actions?
That was, well, he swallowed last turn, or last round. This is a new round.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah. So 30 is going to hit you. As he chews
Wait, no, isn't
on
it
you.
athletics?
No, he's not swallowing you, he's biting you.
Oh, you're just doing regular bite attacks.
He's
Yeah, okay.
chewing you like some chewing gum again. 'Cause he's
That's just gonna hurt.
getting annoyed with not being able to swallow you, so he's just chewing on you a bit. So like
Okay.
you got that big piece of steak, you're trying to get it down, you're like, alright, hang on, nom 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 nom. Just chew it more and chew it a little bit more.
Alright, yeah. Alright. How much we got?
So that is gonna be 12 piercing and 11 necrotic. So I think you
12
have the
plus-
piercing.
17. The necrotic. 17.
Oh yeah, the necrotic, right.
72 minus 17. Alright, so at that point, yeah, I'm definitely wounded.
Alright. That is gonna be it for Eli. What's the Quasit gonna do?
Something invisible is gonna poke him and then move away.
Alright. So it
Try to distract him a bit.
distracts him. Give me an intelligence check.
From me or the closet?
You.
Okay.
So you seem to remember this thing being unaffected by blur. You think it probably knows where your closet is.
Okay.
It probably has some kind of blind sight, and it doesn't have any eyes. Alright, so anyway, the closet didn't leave its threatened area, but just as a warning.
Gotcha.
Okay, Estrella.
I was looking at things at options I had, and honestly, I think the best thing I can do with my action is... Well, first off, is there any way for me to move this boat closer without using my action for the movement?
Do you have anything that would affect water or wind?
I don't think so. Shape water.
So shape
but
water.
That would use my action.
Yeah, so you would probably have to do something like that to make a wave that starts moving it forward.
Okay, yeah, but I think the best thing I can do with my action is I'm going to move my moonbeam, but I'm specifically going to try and move it on his head or his neck, or where I don't think Uslog might be if she slid down his esophagus.
Oh, it can't hit Uslog through him, so
okay, good.
She's safe.
All right, and then
pretty well insulated.
and then for bonus action, I guess the best thing I can do is my archer attack. So yeah, Starry Estrella sends up an attack at him.
Alright, so you blast a star attack. Yeah, 16 will strike him. For 9 points. Alright, so that is it for Estrella. At the end of her turn, it's going to chew on Malin again. So second legendary. 31 with advantage. So that's going to hit.
Yeah.
Or 12 piercing, 10 necrotic. So 12 piercing and 5 necrotic, so 17.
Check. I might be badly wounded.
Oh, no.
All right, Uslog. At the start of your turn, I need a
I'm badly
con
wounded.
save.
Okay. Do I want to use my spreadsheet? Probably not on this.
DC is 18. As you feel the necrotic innards of this thing draining you. Strangely non-acidic.
I can only use one inspiration per combat, right?
Yes, per short rest.
Oh yeah. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna just see if I can get this.
Hold it up. All right.
21.
So you do make it. So you would take 26, which halves to 13 necrotic. Are you now remind me? Are you resistant to necrotic?
No.
I
don't think so. I have anything that would do that. Okay.
So yeah, you would just take the 13 necrotic as you are withered by its insides.
I should have gotten swallowed. What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, so you can act. You're just restrained, so you're disadvantaged to everything you're doing in here.
Disadvantage to attack. I'm gonna recklessly jab and try to stab a hole in its esophagus so I can rip my way out of here.
Attacking it from the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said recklessing. Yeah, 23 will strike as you're poking it. Poke.
Oh, so close to a crit.
18.
And again.
Poke it again. Yeah, 28 will poke it.
And I'm trying to jab a hole that I can see out of. It's gonna take a while.
Get me out of here. All right. Anything else?
Not really anything I can do with my bonus action in here. So
Alright,
I can't drink the potion as a bonus action, right?
Yeah, at the end of your turn, he's going to chew on Malin again. Oh, 27. That would miss.
Oh,
So Malin,
God,
it's
finally.
your turn.
Yeah, get me out of here. I'm gonna try to bust out.
Try to break the grapple. All right, so that
Yeah.
is an athletics.
That does not count as a save, right?
No, it's just a
Okay.
check.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Are you using your hasted action to try and bust out?
Yes, yes, that is what I'm trying to do. That was a hasted action. Okay, so let's do this. Surely.
All right, yeah, 28 is enough. So you would break the grab.
Okay.
Roger.
Technically, you are still grabbing him, but you've broken free of his jaw.
I'm
You're, like hugging his face.
I mean, I mean, no, I'm gonna go down. I let go. I'm gonna let go.
Okay.
I'm going to. No, I need to disengage. And with my remaining movement,
Fly.
I'm gonna go back here. To get on the boat with Estrella.
So
Does taking a potion
badly-
count as?
That would be an action, which you can't do because you already used your hasted action in your action.
Right, I only have a bonus action, so. Well, yeah, I'm gonna put up another defensive field on me.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in pretty rough shape. I land on the boat.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, that's my action.
So the Plesiosaurus will start on your Moonbeam. Pray con save. Oh, 22. Yeah, that will make it. So it's half
Okay.
damage. 34, so that's 17. Still nothing. Still not too bad. 17 damage. Okay. So it is going to move 10 feet to here. Then it's going to blast Eli with a necrotic beam. Okay.
I might get stunned. Actually, I most likely will get stunned this time. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, 26, I'm assuming, is going to hit him.
Jeez.
It would, but shield.
Oh, is he at 23 right now?
Yeah, he's blade dancing, and so I'll put him to 28.
Nice.
Alright, so he will shield the incoming blast. At the end of the turn, the creature is going to wisdom save. What'd you say the DC was on that?
19.
Alright, so it is tired of this bullshit and it's going to legendary. It is no longer slowed. Boop, 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 boop.
Wait, you can do that to on the per turn save?
Oh yeah, any save.
What?
What? This is bullshit.
One more legendary.
Alright, so that is it for him. New round, Glenn. So you feel it break free of your magic. Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, legendary is just for any save. It doesn't specify what type.
Should.
You're gonna get close enough to slow it again. It's risky.
I'm doing some calculations.
Love math class.
Look how slow again.
Alright, so you are gonna cast slow again. 40-foot cube. You can cast it 120 feet. So... range, okay. Alright, so it gets another wisdom save. Wisdom. It fails, but it's going to use its last legendary.
Alright.
Okay.
Burn through that. Nice.
Forces it. Because it knows getting slowed again right now will be very bad.
That will be its turn then.
Well, that'll be your turn.
Well, I mean, yeah, my turn.
So at the end of your turn, he is going to blast Eli, taking out his frustration on Eli. Oh wait, Eli's all buffed up right now, huh?
Yeah, he's shielded.
Alright. He's going to blast Estrella.
I should have gone in front of Shrey.
23, I believe, is going to hit you.
Yeah, can I use my woe? Wait a second, let me look here. Sorry, I'm still learning her. What have I got here? So if I could make that a 20... Wait, if I could subtract 6 from that, would that mean he misses? I'm sorry, what did you say he got?
23. So minus 6 would be 17, which would be your AC.
So he would still hit.
That
He would still hit. Okay, all right. Let's take it then.
So you are blasted for 42 necrotic.
Oof.
And I do need a concentration check.
15. I'm not bonded.
So that would fail.
Alright, then I can't do anything.
Because you need a
Wait a second,
21.
let me look here. Can I use a luck point?
Yeah, what does that let you reroll? Sure.
Alright.
So you're re-rolling the 15, I assume?
Yeah.
I mean, either way. Yeah. Alright, go for it. Luck point, so you need a 15.
Actually, so wait, could I make him re-roll with that luck point?
I think it's just your rolls. Well, let me see. You choose, before the outcome is determined, you choose which of the d20s is used. Yeah, it says whenever you make an attack, roll an ability check or saving throw. So it's you. Oh,
yeah,
well, there you go.
Alright,
So
let me
you
subtract
would
that point.
hold your spell.
Moonbeam.
And you would have to make another con save DC 18.
Okay.
Because this is a draining breath. Alright, so you make that too. Luckily she is hardy. So feeling the breath draining your life
Weird,
force.
because I don't have Emboldening Bond selected. Oh, I see. I don't have it selected for my attacks and stuff. It's selected for my skills. That's what's happening in my saves. Okay, alright.
Alright, so you took the 42.
Oh, not yet, sorry.
So that is it for Glenn's turn. Eli.
Disintegrate. That's 7.
Alright, another disintegrate. For 82. Let's do a dex save.
It's got to be like.
Oh, it actually rolled really well, but missed it by 1. 17.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
not
it was
able-
my heart dropped.
I know, what the hell, man? Don't start off with that.
Yeah, rolled a 15 plus 2. Unfortunate for him. Alright, 82 points of damage. That will drop him to badly wounded.
Yay.
All right, I mean, we got to go all out.
Alright.
I don't know if I mean, even if I swim 30 feet away, I'm still gonna be in blast range. So what the hell? Who cares?
Seems like it, yeah. But
yeah,
you do
I'm
have
just
your
gonna stay here.
shields. Seem to be
Yes.
pretty effective. He's not rolling like he was rolling against Malin, luckily.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god.
Alright.
That'll be it for Eli.
So at the end of the turn, he's going to use a legendary to take another blast at Eli. Actually, no. He's going to blast it. Who do you... Wait, he's not that smart. He'll blast at Eli.
How would Sentinel work if I'm like inside the creature?
Technically, I don't think it would work.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not. You can't like sense his organs or attacking elsewhere.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Oh, bad roll. 17 will miss.
Oh, I didn't have to shield. Damn.
All right, so the Quasit goes.
So he's gonna try and give him a wet willy. Blurp.
Blurp. Alright, so
And
he
then
is
pipe
granting
out.
advantage at the end of the turn. He's gonna blast at, I guess, Eli again. Hoping he doesn't roll like shit. Whoa. 28.
Oh my god.
That was a better roll.
Yeah, I don't know what shield.
Oh, I think I can woe that because mine's subtract. So yeah,
Then I will, if you can woe that, then I'll
subtract
shield.
6. Yeah.
Do it.
Alright, so as the beam is coming in, what are you doing exactly?
I've got to find it.
Better
Cosmic
hope.
Omen. I rolled.
Better hope she's not
I
wrong
rolled.
about this.
I rolled
got
woe
you.
today. I rolled odd today, and I rolled a 6
Okay.
last session.
Oh,
Oh,
Stars
it's not within
behind
30 feet. I don't think I can do it. Sorry.
told you. I told you.
She was open.
Never mind.
Well, I think it's too late. You said you shielded. No, just kidding. That's fine.
I mean, we're cooked because I'm gonna get stunned now.
Well,
Alright.
we're not counting on you. You're pussy. You ran away.
So
Okay,
30,
bro. I'm gonna grab
33
you.
necrotic to Eli.
Great.
Is there
Okay.
even any way he can
DC.
keep the con up?
Yeah, well, DC 16. So it's
Please,
not
for the love of
impossible.
God.
I think he has
I-
Warcaster, right?
I mean, I mean, he has advantage on blade singing anyway. Why would he take work?
I don't know, to shocking grasp people who try to move away.
No, he doesn't. At least in his sheet, he doesn't have forecast.
Alright,
We're,
so he has these blade
oh, wait.
singing.
Hold on. Sorry, beginning at 10th level, you can direct your magic to. Let's see what this is. When you take damage, I can use my reaction because I didn't shield to expend 1 spell slot and reduce that damage to you by an amount equal to 5 times the spell slot's level.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I got? I will do a 4th level spell slot, so that
It's 20.
yeah, so that'd be 13, and I just need to make it 10 then, right?
Yeah. So you take
Yes.
13 damage using your magic
Ooh.
to kind of redirect the energy. I think you just took 13 damage.
Which I actually just put myself down to 20. He was at, I think, 55. Yeah, it was like 55 because he was at like the same I was. And then I already took the 30, so he gains back. So he should be like 6, 7. Yeah. And then I need to do con save, which at least is at advantage. So I have a okay chance.
Let's go.
All right.
Don't
so
you also
yeah.
get? I mean, you mean it, but don't you get an additional int bonus too because you're blade singing for con saves?
No.
You do need one more con save for the drain. DC is what is it? 18.
Well, this I do not get advantage.
Alright, so you would lose 13 points from your max.
Alright.
That is it for the Quasit Estrella.
Can I jump out of the boat and swim?
Sure. You swim at half speed.
Okay.
Let's say it's 5 feet of movement to leave the boat. Unless you're going
And then-
south.
And then,
Remember, swimming is at half speed.
yeah. How, if I was within 30 feet of this plesiosaurus, would that also count as within 30 feet of Uslog?
I believe so.
Okay.
Just remember, you can't target her with any spells.
Right. I'm not gonna try. Yeah, I think I'll jump out of the boat and swim 15 feet. Yeah. And then, I'm going to...
Splash, splash,
Yeah.
splash.
Well,
What's the old
I
lady
kinda
up
wish...
to?
You know, it's dead. You might be able to kill it, and it's got advantage if you get high-level guiding bolts.
Well, yeah, that's actually what I was thinking of doing, because I don't want to use the other thing I was going to do until I got
I mean,
closer
yeah,
to
if you give a
this
guiding bolt, I
But,
will go nuke the next round.
But yeah, that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to guiding bolt, but because he stayed in my moonbeam, so I don't have to use my action to move it. So, I will guiding bolt, but instead of using one of my free ones, I'll do level 4. Oops, it didn't ask me for the level, so don't. Well, oh, I see. It was an attack roll, and then. All right. I'd like to use. Go ahead. Did that hit?
Yeah, 13 should.
Oh, it does.
Did Eli take... So he took 13 life drain, right? I'm just going to put it on the sheet so I don't forget. Okay. Okay. 13 is the creature's AC, so that would strike.
All right, and this one is level 4.
Although I think you have advantage because he's distracted anyway.
Okay.
From your
Oh, that's right.
thing.
From the closet, yeah.
Alright, so 20 points plus 5. 25 with Genie's Wrath. And advantage on the next attack.
And do I want to...
No, you don't.
Sorry, I was trying to remember. I'm going to... Is this at the beginning or the end of my turn?
I assume the end of your turn.
Sorry. Hang on. Sorry. This is what I'm looking for. Twinkling Constellations. The start of your turns. Okay. All right. I forgot to do that at the start of my turn. So that I'm not using my bonus action on it. I thought that was a bonus action, but it's only at the start of my turn. All right. Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
You can do your archer form attack.
Oh, that's right. I'll do my archer form
That will use the advantage, though.
That's okay.
Okay. So you fire.
I think it's worth putting any extra damage on him we can.
Crit and kill him. You can do it.
He's gonna be dead within. If Uslog doesn't do him, then I will do him.
Yeah, 14 will strike him.
19. Kill it.
Actually, I think the bludgeoning doesn't apply because I already did it on this turn.
Oh.
Sorry, I just realized. Well, whatever, it's fine. I missed it. All right, so 18 radiant for your starry shot. All right.
All right, that's all I got.
So Uslog, I need that con save. DC 18.
Okie dokie.
Oh, alright. So you would fail, taking 52 necrotic.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And I need another con save to see if that's life drain, which I forgot to do last time for you.
Okay.
DC 18 again.
What's your make out?
Oh.
Alright, so your max is reduced by 52. But yeah, it is your turn. You're not feeling great. What are you going to do?
I'm
That was a
gonna
really good roll
attack.
for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack as recklessly as possible.
Alright.
Hold him.
Stabbing stabbins.
Yep. Okay. Where's my thing? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, so close.
I really
So
need a
close.
brutal critical. So
19.
badly.
Oh.
Alright.
Let's got a crit on this guy.
Oh!
Let's go, finally.
Yeah.
Finally. As soon as I said that,
Critical
let's go.
Nice.
I still think I haven't fixed this macro there, but it doesn't seem right.
Alright, so 7, 13,
But it wasn't on the.
12, 15 points of damage. Alright. He's
okay.
badly wounded, but still up.
All
I
right.
need to do something about that.
Now you get your ass in there and you punch him to death.
You punch him in the face, Malin. Alright, that is it for Uslag. Oh, he still has a legendary. So at the end of his turn. You know what? No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna blast.
Get the old lady.
Maybe.
Get the
He
old
really
lady.
doesn't like.
Old
Yeah,
lady.
you know what? He doesn't like this moonbeam. He's gonna blast.
Yeah,
his
it's Moonbeam's pissing him off.
Oh, 28. That's probably gonna hit you.
When that wouldn't matter if I did wheel or woe. I keep doing the wheel and woe. I'm confused. All right. Let's see. Can I do? Does luck? Can I make him reroll with a luck point?
Now remember, it's only your. It says when you roll. Or at
No, it
least
says you
when
can also spend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against you. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second.
Like, realistically, what's your AC? This guy has like plus 15.
Roll a d20 and then choose whether. But I can use the woe to take another 6 away if he doesn't roll so high.
Yeah, I guess
You-
you can.
You're
let's
not within
see.
range for woe.
I'm changing my own roll. Well,
It's
no,
it's
you're right.
lucky.
You're right.
I don't think there's a range for lucky. You can spend 1 luck point when the attack is made against you. So yeah, you can spend a luck point to have him re-roll the attack.
But yeah, I'm just saying you couldn't woe it as well.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you couldn't
yeah,
woe it as
understood.
well. No.
Yeah. No, I'll hold on to lucky for my con save. Go ahead.
All right, you are blasted for 37 necrotic.
Jesus.
Ooh. All right. And let me check something here.
I need first a
I have
concentration.
advantage on con for concentration on spells. I forgot. Let me find it.
Okay.
It is and I forgot that last time. It's
So the DC is
this.
18 for the concentration check. Yeah, looks like you have advantage for your Eldritch Mind.
all right. Here goes. Yes.
Okay, so you don't lose your spell. Now roll for the life drain.
All right. Haha!
Alright, so you're not life
Go.
drained. Alright,
Resilient is paying off.
All right.
so Malin.
It's all right. I'm gonna do everything I can. We're just gonna leave everything on the table.
Can
Let's
you
see
not
how
leave
far.
anything on the table?
I'm gonna leave everything off the
I'm just
table.
gonna fly up to him and take the dodge action.
Yeah. All right, guys, you got this. No, all right, we're punching him out.
Alright, so you fly up.
Oh my
Yep,
God, so
29
close.
is going to hit.
I'm using a 3rd level smite, so that's 2, 3, 4. That's a 5d8.
Okay,
Jesus,
so 12 and 29.
that's a good roll. That's a good roll.
Alright,
Yay!
Oh, okay.
But I'm. Yeah.
so he
Still in its
splashes
belly.
down into the water. And yeah, it looks like he has stopped moving as you give him a big uppercut. His neck flies
I
back
go ahead
he
and zap
splashes.
him.
Can I rip his head off and just do the King Kong roar?
Give me a strength check. His head is bigger than you.
Nope. I'd like to use my story point. No, I'm kidding.
Story point straight.
You just hear the soft voice yelling from the shore. You don't deserve that trophy.
I ignore him. I let out a roar.
So you would see. Uslag is crawling out, I assume.
Yeah.
She kind of emerges
Just like
from
crawls out of his mouth and then just like lifts his jaw open and just like stands there.
You okay in there?
So you crawl out and you're kind of swimming next to. I guess you crawled out into the water then surface because his head's probably underwater at this point. All right, so his lifeless body is floating in the lake. It seems like things have calmed down. What do you want to do?
I'm
just gonna lay down on top of it. I'm gonna lay back up, exhausted as hell.
Are teeth or scales or anything useful on this thing?
Does not. Well, I mean, it's humongous. It definitely has essence. So as you're sitting there, you see a flash of light and Hollow Hand also now sitting on top of the thing, or standing on top of the thing. He says, good job using that radiant energy attack to kill it. If you hadn't done that, it would have come back to full health. I guess you heard me when you were running off.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. And I look at him, just like I'm not mad at him. I'm just laughing. Like, really, gravity jaws, really?
He says, "Pretty awesome, huh?" And no way you can force shield him. Should you be able to make one that big? Oh, and your little piffy shield spells are going to be ineffective too. He says, "How's it? My own personal touch." He says, "Gravity energy is very effective against force energy."
I
give the middle finger.
I'm gonna climb up on whatever parts of this thing are above the water, so I can stop treading water. And I'm gonna be like, "So why'd you lose control of it?"
So that's a good question.
Any explanation there?
And actually, hang on a moment. I got to make sure I send it away for the time being. So he starts chanting over it, and then he says,
I'm back in the water.
Before I do that, I know you guys are probably chomping at the bit to get some of its essence. So now's the time if you're going to do it.
Useful.
He says, usually I'd rather it keep the essence, because if I'm going to rebuild it, I kind of need that without having to go through a lot of trouble, but I think you guys earned it.
Oh, very generous. She kind of motions to the rest of the group, were telling me that the last time they had a nice little chat with the other Hollow Hand, and then he went away, for a while, and they thought they were on good terms with him. Suddenly the tower attacked them, and now kind of a similar situation here. We were chatting with you yesterday, and now your plesiosaurus is trying to kill us. What's up with that?
He says, look,
this is a very good point.
We can talk in a minute. You're going to get the essence? I want to banish this thing before it gets back up.
She's probably already, starting the essence ritual while she's talking, but yeah.
Alright, so you will collect its essence.
I'll go ahead and pull a nice big tooth, too. Give that to Malin as a trophy.
Thank you. Very much appreciated.
One of the nice sharp, pointy, the biggest sharp and pointy one. Not like a molar, if they even have molars.
They look like they're all pointy and sharp to me.
Yeah.
Got a up close and personal look.
I think Malin's armor has some lovely imprints that have commemorated the tooth pattern.
I'm absolutely.
Alright, so you would collect the very potent essence of this thing.
Nice.
He says, you can probably do some neat stuff with that. Don't make it into components. And with that, he does a chant. This thing will disappear, sending you all down into the water as he's floating above.
Well, I'm still flying, so...
he says, as for why it suddenly attacked the city, I am not completely sure. He says it just seemed to have happened randomly almost, but this couldn't have been random. He says, I have to investigate further. I'm guessing something magically took control of it, or maybe did something to it.
Any chance your simulacrums have the same amount of control over it as you do?
This is again with these simulacrums. It's not a simulacrum. And no, I don't think my simulacrums are here. He says it's probably something more nefarious. Are you sure everyone in this town is vetted? No,
Not at all.
Shadowlord spies, maybe?
I would not be surprised, actually. I'm rather new to this group, and I don't think it seems they haven't been here in quite a while, even though Uslag knows a lot about this place. It seemed like they'd been gone for quite a time.
Let's see what's changed. Uslag, are you sure your tainted soul isn't somehow still connected to the Shadowlords? Somehow?
I just learned it was tainted, so...
Do you have a way of checking for that?
Yeah.
No, this is just my theory. The timing just seems strange. Just as I make the alpha crystal, suddenly there's something fucking with my creature. Just something must be... I don't believe in coincidences. There's most likely some kind of connection. But
I quite agree. How can we help you investigate this?
He says you can't. Just go about your dragon romance or whatever it is you people do. I'll look into this and enjoy your dates and dragon romances and whatever else. And he just disappears.
All right. Oh shoot! I was gonna. That's fine. All right. At least he kind of likes us.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab Estrella and Uslag and fly them back to shore.
Alright, so you kind of one hand grab Uslag's hand, and maybe Estrella climbs up on your back, and you kind of slowly, being encumbered, float over to shore.
I must say, you two are... I knew you were both rather resilient and good fighters, but I wasn't expecting you both to come out of that creature's gullet or grasp. Well done.
Yeah, that was
Eli says, I have to admit, when you disappeared down its gullet, I was worried that was the last we were going to see of you.
Oh, I never had any doubts Uslag would have killed it from the inside if we would have left.
Yeah, I was in the
it's just a matter of doing it fast enough, that was my concern.
Horribly withered right now.
Yeah, she looks awful.
She's like,
we're both
what better place to hack at a monster from its insides?
We're both absolutely badly wounded.
So at this point, also, we'll say a bunch of people are rushing over, and there's a bunch of cheering, and what's her name is there?
Akame?
Akame, yeah.
So she saw us on the shore the entire time. I got you.
She is here with the guards at this point, but she says, I guess she didn't need backup. Holy crap, well done.
It's very good to know that you were coming, though, just in case.
I go over and I grab Uslag's by the wrist, and I hold her hand up in the air. 3 cheers for Uslag, the slayer of the river.
Oh my gosh, Malin's gonna be so pissed.
I give him. I'm too exhausted. I just give him the middle finger. Said, "I killed it, you idiot." I'm laying on the ground.
There's 3. Give me a persuasion attempt.
Well, I must say, if you hadn't made that final hit, my moonbeam would be
I can't beat him in contested.
Yeah, you can't. You can't beat his PR skills.
Yeah, this is the no spin zone.
Fake news. You're like, fake news. Alright, so everyone's cheering for Uslag. Huzzah! Huzzah! Akame just kind of gives you a respectful nod. She says, well, glad you guys took care of it before it started shooting my men with those beams of death. Well done.
Yeah.
Remind me not to restrain the thing from shooting you with the laser beam next time, Glenn. I say I'm still lying on the ground.
He just kind of crossed his arms. He's like, I'm disappointed in you, Malin. I never thought I'd see you run.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I recall you being like a mile away on shore the entire time. I could be my memory.
That's what
The
I'm
best
supposed to be.
heroes have to catch their breath, if they're gonna
In fact,
go
I
back
get up
in.
slightly. In fact, you guys were supposed to follow the plan. I was gonna draw this thing over to shore, but you guys decided to book it on water.
Because it
Gentlemen,
was
Yeah,
going
because you were
to
already
be
there.
harassing
Kame
you
says,
the entire time.
gentlemen,
We were
it's
nowhere near.
fine. You all have won the fight. There's no need for bickering. You did an amazing job. Don't sully it with arguments.
Nah, it's okay. Me and Glenn always
We're-
grind each other's gears. We wouldn't be a party if we didn't do that. I lay back down.
So Diddy also comes running up and gives you a hug, then punches you in the shoulder. She's like, "You jerk."
Ow, it hurts.
It's pretty awesome, but just don't get yourself killed. She seems like she's a little upset.
I give her a little hug. Say, "Don't worry. Hey, the real people know who killed the."
She says,
These-
"Oh
these-
yeah, I
Nessie."
totally saw Glenn run away like a little bitch. Don't worry." She gives you a wink, Glenn.
He shrugs. That's where my position is supposed
Modify
to be.
memory. All right, so
I could.
it's like, oh, it was
Just
Malik
like,
who
can
ran
I
away."
sit down somewhere?
I'm not feeling so hot myself, to be honest.
So
As
you
her
just
star form kind of
as everyone's
starts to
cheering,
dissipate.
you kind of just sit down on the shore, ready to pass out. And you're like, ugh.
As
Right.
my star form
She's
starts
not
to
even
dissipate, you
acknowledging
notice that
the
I am looking
crowd.
like pretty bad.
Anybody who wants to go to the tavern, huddle around me and I'll teleport us there.
Oh,
Is that our base where I just
the tavern is our recovery zone.
slowly
That is
limp
the-
over to him?
The tavern is where the save point is, don't you know?
Eli says, maybe we should go to a hospital or something. You guys look terrible.
I mean,
Nah,
I
we
could
just need
do
to sleep
some
it off.
restorative magic,
Sleep it
but if we're not in danger, perhaps we should just take a breather.
Yeah, just sleep it off. Just
Eli
need to sleep
says,
it off.
Eli whispers, maybe our ally below in the library, your friend, could help with some of this life drain.
Oh,
Just a
that's
thought.
not a bad idea.
Or we
life
could
drain-
go to the tavern.
Well, add a character isn't the life drain just until a long rest.
As
Yeah,
far
but
as
it
you
can
know,
also be cured with
Okay, that's fine.
there are types of life drain that
greater.
are curses. But yeah, you're assuming this one is a long rest cures. That's how most of them work.
I think we should just get some rest. Besides, Chiron is fucking ugly.
All right. This is to the tavern. It is. Hey, Chiron's kind of cool. Don't be mean to him.
We have our
He's
priorities.
cool,
apparently.
he's just-
Metal.
He's cool as hell. He's just.
It's just very off-putting.
Akami, would you like to come with us and save yourself the walk?
She says, "Yeah, I'm always down for a teleport. Thank you, men. Your services wouldn't be needed." And they're like, "Oh, thank God." And they will head back to the barracks.
Takes out his turn, and then he just kind of says in a sing-songy voice, "And away we go!" And he'll cast teleport to a tavern.
All right, so yeah, you would poof over to the tavern.
Making it a normal thing that we just vamp into the tavern from now on.
Once again, a bunch of startled people will jump as you appear in the middle of the tavern. So I guess you just kind of go. I guess, well, your camp is kind of scattered around the city right now, but maybe some of them are in the tavern. Maybe this is kind of the home base that you've told them, so some of them are kind of come and go, but mostly they're around here.
Ooh, and actually, this might be a good night for a magnificent mansion.
It's time for
That sounds wonderful.
Oh,
need
it's been a
some
while since
spa
we had that.
treatment.
Yeah, everyone needs a nice spa treatment to, undo the life drain.
And the burns and the just bites. Yeah, all of it.
Kami, would you like to join us in witnessing the greatest magic that has ever been created?
Well, I don't know about that, but it's quite pleasant, I will say. Oh, wait, actually, I
you've
don't
never seen
know.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never
Never mind.
It's like, what the hell is he talking about?
She says, "Sure, as
Well-
long as you don't do it in the middle of the tavern, we're gonna get in trouble with the Crimson Blade at this rate."
Uslag mentioned a masseuse. That's why I'm excited. Yes.
Yes. Then let us go behind the tavern.
Okay. So you go out back, and you're gonna open your gate, kind of in the alleyway behind the tavern.
Yeah, he starts to play kind of like a homely tune, like a homey tune, and all of a sudden he just kind of like grabs at something in thin air, and his zipper appears, and he just like unzips this rip in space, and he opens it up wide, and pulls it wide, and he's like, "All right, step in, everyone."
I'd give him a little bit of applause. Always
Someone's
the showman. Very well done.
someone's a show off. Akami says, giving you a wink. I'm guessing the rest of your camp will join you as well as you enter into the space that is your forest.
Yep, it can take up to 100 people, I believe.
Nice.
All right, so it's probably about 10:30 at this point in the morning. You, Estrella, you were the one who took the essence, right?
I collected it. I had not put it in my inventory, but I guess we were in the water, so she probably would have just done what she could to pocket it or hold on to it for now, yeah.
All right, give me a Arcana, Nature, or Religion check, DC 20. You might know something.
Let's see. I know my Arcana and Nature are the same. Let me check my religion.
Yeah, I mean, I assume they're all probably going to be around the same.
Actually, she's not trained in religion, so Arcana or Nature are both +6.
All right, so there's definitely something very potent about this essence, more so than any you've seen before. But you don't know exactly what it does. You remember reading about unique essences, and sometimes they have very powerful effects on magical items and even spells.
Most fascinating. I will speculate on this a little bit, but I think honestly she's going to be off to see the masseuse the moment we get in here.
All right.
Yeah, she would share that kind of like while we were in the tavern and first back from the fight and stuff and chatting. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's say maybe like as you're going into the place, you share it, so we don't have to rewind time. So anyone who wants now can make the same check. Again, DC 20. You have to have training. That's the only stipulation.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, which ones?
Religion, Arcana, or Nature.
Yeah.
Oh, Nature. I can do that.
I can't do any of that. Okay.
Kind of.
Can I flash a genius?
Artificer, are you?
Malin has other priorities.
I'll flash a genius Uslag to get her to 21.
Eli can make it as well. You might have the best chance. But if you want to flash of genius her, so that'd be 21. So Uslag, you think that this essence, along with some research, might empower something like a spell or even a magical item to make it permanently more powerful.
Yeah, I would say that.
Basically, by
combining
the essence with a person in like a ritual, you can make their magic, or combining it with an item, you can make an item more powerful.
Oh, interesting.
In kind of not random ways, but unpredictable.
Do you think this is enough to do like an item, or like how many uses do you think this amount is?
This would be one use.
Okay. I mean, I figured the 15 gold didn't seem like you were going to give us a ton of use. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So very
useful
thing. Basically, with some research, you might be able to permanently enhance either a like I said, an item or one of your spells.
Nice.
All right. So what are you doing in here, or should I just pass time?
Just
Not really getting on the
Ah,
side.
treatment.
No, yeah, just whatever you fancy in your dreams will become a reality here. There's any sort of spa treatments, food, masseuses. There's places to tinker with tools for smart people. He kind of looks over to Malin and rolls his eyes. And there are training dummies and barracks for people that want to train. There's personal trainers. There's also anything you. If you have any special requests, I can make one of the servants into that and probably add it to the place. But I've made it fit so that anything anybody wants can happen in my magnificent mansion.
Uslog's already off.
I mean, yeah, I
It's
would like
rather
to.
like you're trying to,
Take a room
sell
to heal.
timeshares or something, but
Kami
Oh
says,
no, this timeshare is all mine.
Kami says, I've been in a few magnificent mansions. Must admit, this one is pretty impressive.
creativity from the mind who conjures it always makes it more accommodating.
I take great pleasure in the comfort and of my magnificent mansion for all who come.
She says, well, I think I'm going to go enjoy your hot bath. And she
Enjoy.
We'll head over that way.
He secretly casts Arcane Eye.
I thought you were
Oh
just
my
gonna
word.
join her. I thought you were just gonna join her. I was like,
This whole game went in like a whole new direction. Oh my
I
god!
thought you were just gonna join her.
This just became one of those animes.
I can't believe
Honestly,
Oh my word!
All right.
this just became
Paper.
a romance comment.
Akami, what's that following you? I think they're invisible.
Just blasts. I assume you're kidding about the
Yeah,
elf.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't.
All right. So some time is passing.
can we do some RP?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I want to RP. So, but I don't want to hog. First one, yeah, definitely. I'll talk to Diddy.
All right. Yeah, she's hanging out in here with some of the other people. They're maybe playing cards or something over at the gambling tent.
Nice.
Can we talk for a sec?
She says, I'm on a hot streak. Give me like 5 minutes.
Here, blow on my
Alright.
dice.
All right.
So she will make some gold from some of the disgruntled laborers and then walk over and say, all right, what's up?
We barely pay them as is. I mean, you just,
She says, I
You
didn't
get-
force
you-
them to play me.
Giving her grief.
She says, it's not like I need the money right now, but, it's
right, but you're just too
She
charming
says,
for them
what
to refuse
fun
you.
would it be? Oh, jeez. She says, what
Aw.
fun? Give me a persuasion. She says, what fun would it be if I just played for like nothing? I mean, where's the challenge in that? She says,
Let's go.
anyway, what's up?
You seemed a little distraught. Well, after that fight, you good?
She says, yes. I was just, like I said, I was worried because things got pretty intense. And after I saw it swallow Uslog and grab you, I was pretty worried for, well, obviously both of you. Although Uslog is obviously a beast and a half. Pull herself out of
She
the
is.
belly of that thing.
That she is, but you know the nature of of what we fight, what we do.
So still gets, worrisome to see your friends and allies in danger. But obviously you're fine.
I give her a hug and say I appreciate it, but it's not that easy to get rid of me.
She says,
Glenn has certainly tried.
She says, obviously not. And she gives you a wink. And if I ever did, I'm sure I'd be met with thousands of screaming rocks yelling for me to come back.
There could be some groveling involved.
She says, yeah, I know your tricks.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, so you just hanging out with her a bit?
Yeah, I'll hang out. I don't want to do a separate RP, but if someone wants to do something real quick, or
Okay.
do something else,
Alright, does anyone else want the camera for some RP? So I'll say Estrella, while you are in here relaxing, you would notice the essence that you collected is kind of causing the areas of the mansion that it touches to kind of pulse with a darkish energy for a moment.
Oh.
As if the essence being in here is maybe affecting this place.
Do I know if Uslag is nearby? I think she said she was going for spell treatment as well.
Yeah, so if you go over, I guess, to the bath area, you probably find her.
Yeah, she's got like cucumbers on her eyes.
I would probably send a servant.
Alright, so Uslag, you were summoned.
Like, darling, would you mind go and tell Uslag that we might have need of her bag? You see, there's just tell her the essence I collected is doing something weird to the magic around it, and we might want to store it away in an extra dimensional space.
Alright, so Uslag, you are summoned from your bath.
I should probably be more concerned, but
She grumbles a bit. But it's just a unseen servant, so she doesn't
doesn't take it out on the unseen servant.
Yeah, she like, gets her robe, all that stuff, and brings the bag to Estrella, because I don't know how to put this in a dimensional space. What are you talking about?
Very good.
So
then let's say my massage is just finished. So I would take the bag and I would deposit the essence inside it. And then I'd say, we may want to discuss this with the others sooner than later, before today, not tomorrow. But I'm not certain whether or not, what else do you have in that bag? Should we maybe get out anything valuable and store it elsewhere? I'm not real sure about this behavior of this essence.
So Eli,
kind of weird.
Eli would, I'll say he's kind of hanging out in the area, and he says, well, it almost seems like the essence is making parts of the mansion stronger, or maybe more solid.
Oh, it is. Oh, that, okay.
This is interesting.
Is it like using up the essence as it does so?
No, it doesn't seem like it. It just seems like it's leaving behind like residual energies. I wonder if the essence could be used because like I was saying before, this essence can affect spells. I wonder if it can affect this place somehow.
Make it like permanent.
Stronger.
I was thinking that you meant that it was like kind of causing the mansion to waver and could actually weaken it. But would I have understood that it was like? That's why I was being so cautious.
You didn't know what it was doing because you don't have a very good passive investigation. So you were just kind of what's going on?
Ooh, that's spooky. Yeah. Okay.
He says, I wonder, maybe this essence could make this this mansion even more magnificent somehow. He says, I was looking through some of my old books while I was relaxing over there, and something like this could even empower something like an eldritch blast to make it do more damage or fire more bolts. He says there's a lot of really powerful things you can do with the essence of a creature like this.
Oh, interesting.
He says we should carefully consider how we're going to use this essence. I think I hate to give Hollow Hand credit for anything, but he may have been right when he said it was going to be very powerful.
I mean, I think we have to give him credit for some things. He certainly knows a lot about, a great many things.
Yeah.
And I'd rather prefer him to continue to share such knowledge with us, even if it is in morsels that he deems adequate.
He says, I suppose. Alright, why don't we do a 10-minute break? Because I think Glenn logged out for some reason. Also,
Said
he
he'll
said
be
he
back
was
in 10. Yeah.
going to be back anyway. So yeah, why don't we do a break?
A little break sounds good.
Be right back.
Yeah, same. I will be right back. I'm back.
Welcome back. So one of the weekends at the Renaissance Festival every weekend has a theme. And one of the weekends, it's usually the next to the last, is Feast of Fools. And I've always done a blue and green jester look. And it's like just maximum ridiculous. But everything I wear is blue and green, but I've got crazy patterns and like an absurd amount of bells and rattles and noisemakers and just just as goofy as I can look. And but I've never quite like loved the hat that I've been wearing. So for a couple seasons I've been wanting to build a new hat. And a couple weeks ago I started, and that's what I'm working on right now.
Awesome.
But I started with a French hood, which is like the hat like you see in most Anne Boleyn portraits. And then I added like the belled peak points that you see on like Venetian Mardi Gras masks. And then I added feathers, and then I added like sprigs of like leaves and berries, and like there's a bunch of blueberries and flowers, and I'm adding more bells, and I'm adding more feathers, and I randomly I found there's lots of people at Fest that do like trinket trading, like it's especially for the kids, but like I have this whole pouch of like trinkets that people have traded me over the years, and I went through it and I like picked out everything that was blue or green. So I've got a little blue dragon, I've got a little green frog, I've got like a plastic artichoke. Like it's completely random. The only theme is blue and green.
Nice. Blue and green randomness.
And I'm just loving it. I'm really having fun with it.
That sounds awesome.
I do not know how this is going to stay on my head, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure. There's a way.
No.
Like a really big, ridiculous bow to like.
Oh yeah,
strap
if I
under your chin.
tie it under my chin, I definitely will.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'm as far as I can go with it tonight because there is a lot of glue drying, and I think I need to just stop for a bit. There's lots more I want to do, but I think I just need to let
set.
this sit for a bit. Actually, this little frog looks so cute on it. I need to get more. He's just a tiny little rubber frog, and now I feel like I need to just kind of put more all over the place. Wonder where you get little rubber frogs. Maybe at the party supply store?
Yeah, I think any sort of like toy store or party supplies gotta be.
I mean, the party supply is probably going to be really crappy plastic. This one's actually pretty nice. Like he's rubber, but he's got nice detail and color.
Yeah, I mean, like a toy store of some sort would be more like it.
Maybe. Yeah. And I found some really pretty, like I went to the craft store and like just walked up and down like the floral aisle and the beads and stuff and like just looked for just, random blue and green. And I found some really pretty butterflies that have both blue and green on them. And they're really realistic looking. They're quite pretty. And they're on wires. I haven't put them on yet because they're pretty delicate, but I feel like yeah, they might be one of the last things I put on, and then I kind of like have them just kind of sitting on some of the peaks or something. Yeah. Or the branches, or yeah. But like I liked that because I liked that they had both the colors on them. This entire blue and green jester started with a corset. Like so one of the artists that I work for at the fair is a clothier, and one time she just randomly made like what she called half and half corsets, where she like half the corset was one fabric and the other half was another. And like she did like black and red, which people use for like Harley Quinn and characters like that and stuff. But like she did one that like it's half of it is like a floral brocade, but it's like blue is the background and like green flowers on it, and the other half is like a smaller print that's like a green, I don't know, natural organic kind of print. Like kind of from a distance it kind of looks like leaves, but when you get up close, honestly I think they look like hop bulbs. Like hops that are used for beer. Yeah. And my brother, or not my brother, my husband brews, and like my brother's in the room here with me. My husband brews, and so when I saw that corset, I'm like, oh, okay, that's really fun. Blue and green are my favorite colors. Like, I want to do something with this. And so I took the corset, and then I had it for a year or two, and I didn't use it because it just wasn't the one I reached for. And then one year for Feast of Fools weekend, I was trying to decide something to do that was silly, and I'm like, oh, how about the half and half corset? And that just started a blue and green jester that has slowly evolved.
Yeah. Love how things start like that.
Yeah. Anyway. Awesome. How about you? How are things going for you?
Good. Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I need to do more fun stuff like that.
Honestly, I'm a bit of a recluse outside of Ren Fair season, but during Ren Fair season, I just get super excited and like, yeah. So it's busy though. Like it's basically it's basically like 9 weeks without a day off because I work full time during the week, and then I drive down on Friday nights and I come back on Sunday nights, and I'm working all weekend. Even though it's fun, I do work for people, and it's my hobby, but it's their livelihood, so I do take it seriously. But I have a lot of fun, and so like it just gets like, as much as I love it and as much as I try to like have a schedule and plan ahead and be like really organized about it, it's still like sometimes really hard because just things like going to the grocery store or doing laundry or just any kind of housework like that you would normally have your weekends for, like you've got to do it on the weekday evenings. You got to like be careful with your time because the week just goes so fast, and it's exhausting. So, and that's why I'm like, guys, don't make me do journals right now.
Okay.
So, but honestly, I actually did the Wednesday journal last week and the Monday journal the week before that but I told them, I said, I'm just going to do kind of raw notes, and I still try to record a lot of the details, but so I had a decent amount of detail, but it was not like paragraphs and like gripping story with great adjectives like you do.
Thanks. Yeah. I know, like bullet points are sufficient too. It's like just whatever gets the information down right. So
the Wednesday group is like, compared to them, this group is downright loquacious. Like, their journals are literally like a paragraph, like less than 100 words. So I don't feel as bad when I just do like a little, because like in that group, I'll do journals that are far shorter than ones I do in other groups, but are, several paragraphs or something, and they're like, oh, you write so much. And I'm like,
yeah, you haven't seen anything.
A little.
Yeah. I have it's harder for me to make things short. It's like
yeah.
I think,
being
able to be concise is like a skill in writing that I just don't have.
Well, they say, brevity is the soul of wit, but honestly, I think it's just like there are people who have a skill to say things beautifully and briefly, and there are other people who have a skill to say things beautifully and loquaciously. And, and there are some amazing metaphors and descriptions and like, things that you can include if you're if you're not afraid of using words. Like, I mean, I think there's a lot of beauty in writing to be lost if you're focusing on brevity, but I think both have their value in different places.
Yeah. And it's hard too because I do enjoy writing, but also I feel like if I was doing the journal as Uslog, it would definitely not be as well written. I mean, not that I'm saying it's well written.
Yeah. No, I think it's lovely.
Like,
she would be focused on certain things and
But I have to get the information across, and I want to like paint the picture, so it's hard to do it like really in character. I try to throw in a little bit here and there, but
I do it. I kind of do it a little different on each of my characters, and some of the characters I have some sort of like gimmick, and it makes it fun for me. Like, you remember that Jingle did her journals as puppet shows because she didn't speak common, and that was silly and fun, and I enjoyed writing those journals. I don't know if I would have if it would have lost the novelty at some point if I had played her very long, but it was fun at the time. And Arapel, like, his journals had a certain way about them where he was logging his data banks, and then I would always end his journals with him trying to decrypt some of his lost memory, and then there'd be just little tidbits that were entirely backstory that didn't matter that he might have like decrypted each time. And I enjoyed that initially, but the problem is I re-rolled Arapel 3 times. I started in Lou's originally Wednesday group, and when that group stopped playing, I started in another group with another DM with Arapel version 2, and then that didn't go very long, and then I brought Arapel into this group, and I played Arapel the longest in this group. He was version 3. And so some of the journal writing, like, I was trying to do it in this group, but I just didn't have that spark. Like, I mean, I have severe ADHD. I'm just going to throw that out there. And so, like, I have to really be interested in order to be super passionate about it. And sometimes if I'm not like super interested or passionate, like, I have trouble making myself do stuff. And I got there with Arapel's journals a few times. Like, if you did go back and reviewed all the journals I wrote as Arapel in this group, there were a couple where I half-assed it. But I definitely had some that I really enjoyed writing. I just feel like sometimes those gimmicks that I come up with for certain characters, like, are sustainable, and other times I don't know, it falls off. I get bored of it or something. I can't sustain it anymore. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
And so I don't really have a gimmick for Estrella, but I also, for some reason, I find so far I am having an easier time staying in character and staying in voice for her than I do with some of my characters. So that's nice.
Yeah.
But I never know.
I like her so far. Like how you.
I love coming up with characters, and I always think this would be fun or that would be fun. But sometimes I start playing them, and I just don't fall into it in a way that I feel connected with or sustainable. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
man, I haven't created a new character in so long.
Well,
I created for years.
I created another character at the same time that I created Estrella. I created Estrella because Arapel died, and then I created another character because the group had a couple members go to the abyss through a portal, and the other members couldn't follow because the portal closed. So Lou made us re-roll some characters for the party members that went through the portal to encounter at the abyss, so that they had people. But like, it's supposed to be temporary, it's supposed to be short-lived. So. But it was funny because I created a wizard because I'd never played a wizard. And I'm like, all right, let's try this. So I created a wizard, and she's got a familiar, right? Well, I keep mixing up what my familiar can do between Estrella and my wizard. And I shouldn't. Like, a warlock familiar is so different than a wizard familiar. But for some reason, like, they're both new characters. I'm kind of learning to play them both. And I mixing it up. I'm so bad. I'm like, oh, my familiar is gonna. No, never mind. My familiar can't do that. I'm really bad like that. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't have that problem because I have no other. Well, I have my Sunday game, but it's not like a part of it. It's like a very
you guys
campaign,
jump back and forth between the two, don't you? Like Gabriel's and
yeah, we've been sticking to the Mad Mage for a while just because Gabriel's busy with like.
Gotcha. I love Gabriel is so engaging. I really enjoyed playing with him when he was a fellow player in some of Lou's games back in 2000 and 2001. And then when I didn't get to stay with that group very long, but the little sample I got of him as a DM in the Sunday group, like he's a great person to know if you like D&D. Yes, I was impressed. For sure. Yeah.
I enjoy Sundays quite a bit. Yeah, they're a good group.
Lou briefly did like a Wednesday afternoon group back in 2000, and my work hours were reduced back at that time. So I was like hanging out at home, a lot. And that's, when I signed up for an obscene number of games with Lou and with other DMs too. And so, I played with Gabriel for a little while in a Wednesday afternoon game before like my work hours, like back in 21, my work hours went back to regular, and I dropped out of like any kind of afternoon game. But he was lovely, and I played with him a bit in like the West Marches stuff back when Lou was doing the Lost Continent as West Marches style stuff.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I would consider joining another game, like if it was like what was the other one? But they, like they don't have like the right hours for it. Yeah, but I don't think they have one that's like the right.
Well, I know that the Monday group has room, but it's kind of like this group. We're at level 15, and it's really hard to find people that want to start at that level. So we're actually at this point.
It's something I haven't experienced. I would love to start from the beginning.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That group is.
I'm also like, I probably should spend the money. I should probably spend the money, but
you're talking to someone who plays
several games. Oh, this is a new campaign, and it's the time that works for you. I'd be like, okay, doing it.
Okay, honestly, that's the only reason I haven't jumped on the Monday either. I mean, obviously, I'm all for it, starting at high levels, but
okay. Let me just say, Carly, Dan, is your name Dan?
Yeah.
I don't know if I got that wrong. Okay. Monday group, we really, really like our characters. We really like our campaign, but we're down to 3 people, and we haven't had a lot of luck in finding new people in quite a while. We have a couple people that didn't want to leave and that we thought might come back, but life gets in the way, And so we just this Monday had a whole conversation about like, maybe we need to just suck it up and start a new campaign. And all of us don't want to never go back to our current characters, but all of us said we were willing to build a new character and start a new campaign if it made it easier for Lou to recruit. So if both of you have considered that campaign but didn't because of the campaign and the level, then be aware that we have literally just this week, just like as a group, agreed that we are going to start the underground. It's current to the campaign that this group is doing, but it's some sort of underground ruins that have been discovered, and it's going to be like So the Monday group is playing the same campaign as the Splitlanders, and we started a guild that now has chapters in like Char and in the capital and in Dazoric and what have you. And our new characters for the new campaign are going to be members of that guild. So we will have some resources like coming to us because the guild is supporting us, and we're going to go like explore a new campaign. And it's a bit of a, it's supposed to be a campaign that's more of a dungeon crawl, a little more like Mad Mage. But it is a new campaign of Lou's that I haven't played, and that none of the other players on Monday have played. So just throwing that out there because I'd love to play with either of you.
Well, okay. To be honest, the only reason I would be considering that campaign is if it's at level 15. I don't like playing low levels.
Oh yeah, before level 4 I hate, but it is what it is. You get through those so fast. So
A new campaign, you say?
a new campaign, I said.
On Monday?
Lou, what's the name of the underground? We're exploring a new ruin kind of thing.
Nightspire?
Chronological. Is that what it's called? Nightspire? Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah, so
that's kind of like my. It's a lot like Mad Mage.
That's the one Monday is considering.
It's
that's
like
the one Monday's
sprawling
right?
dungeon crawl that I'm making.
With if you guys are making new characters, can we do the 2024 stuff?
I mean, I'm gonna switch over to 2024 as soon as the sheets are working, because you can't put it on the old sheets right now.
Well, I mean, you just have to basically do it from scratch.
Yeah, and I'm not.
You said if a player wants to do it manually, you'll accept 2024 content, right?
Yeah, so if someone is willing to do it, then yes, you can absolutely do it. I'm just not forcing everyone to like remake their characters manually, because that would be a huge
until
pain in
the
the ass.
character mancer works. Yeah.
Yeah, once the character mancer is working.
If you're comfortable with doing the Roll20 character sheet on your own, like everything manually, then you can do the content. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when is this starting? This is starting next Monday?
Oh, no. We just this week were talking about doing it. Everyone in that group would very much like to jump back to the campaign we're playing right now. At times, we're just willing to go to something new for a while and maybe figure out some sort of schedule in the future to go back and forth. Because it is concurrent. Like I said, the party that's going to be sent to explore these ruins, it has a connection to the current Monday characters. So anyway, you both mentioned like that you had considered other games and that wanting a new story or the level were something that stopped you. So that's why I wanted to say like, as much as we want to keep playing the characters we have, we've only got 3 people. So we definitely told Lou like this week, like everyone agreed, like, yeah, if it means that Lou can recruit, let's make characters, let's play some new content, Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
All right.
Well, Lou, like while you were on break, both of these people were talking about like, oh, I want to play a new story, and that's why I haven't joined Monday, and I'm like,
Oh yeah. So
I mean, I would consider joining either one. High level is good. It's just a lot to catch up on usually, but
yeah, I have the new continent stuff, which some of you have played some of with the West Marches games I used to do, and the other campaign I'm working on is the Nightspire one. There's the Lost Continent and the Nightspire.
I'm very interested in playing the Lost Continent, but as you know, like it just hasn't worked out on any of the groups or time slots that I can play. But I'm very interested in playing it. But the Nightspire's new content too, so I'm good with that.
Yeah. When's the new continent game?
The new continent is basically people from Teruvia go and discover a new world. And Lou was running it West Marches style during like 2020, 2021-ish. And
didn't you play in some of the games?
Yeah, I played in a few of them.
Yeah. So basically, there was like a new settlement, and then we did little quests where we quested out from that settlement.
I remember
and did different missions.
We went to see the lizard man, and then there was these worms that would like burrow inside people.
Yes, the grub. What are they called, Lou? The grub.
Rot grubs.
Rot grubs.
Insta kill you if you don't burn them out right away.
Yeah. Oh my god, fuck this thing.
So here's the funny thing is like I started playing his West Marches games, right? And we discovered the lizard folk and we allied with one of the lizard folk tribes, right? And then I decided to create a new character, and Lou let me make my character be someone from one of those lizard folk tribes. Basically, a native from this new continent was interested in the newcomers and decided to come and work with us. And I mean, those were XP-based games. Those were XP-based characters when we were doing that stuff. So she only made it to, I think, level, I don't even think it was 6, maybe 5. But I am interested in revisiting that character or recreating that character. So if I do ever find a group that plays Lost Continent, I'm totally going to be playing a throwaway character for the first few levels until we meet the lizard folk, and then I'm bringing Thrina back.
Yeah, Lost Continent stuff was fun. It was just kind of...
It was great.
It was unreliable for games sometimes.
Coordination, yeah. It was so much work. And I thought you did a good thing when you kind of made us start doing the coordination where I want to play this day. So I put out stuff on the server and found out who else was available. And when I had 6, I'm like, hey, Lou, here's the time slot we want to play. I mean, and it was, of course, like slots that you had posted were acceptable. But I was like, all right, Lou, I've got 6 for this time slot. And like when you put that work on us, I totally understood why. But it was still a lot of work for whoever was trying to put it together. And it was like 1 week, 1 session, and then you had to do all the work again for the next time. So
yeah,
I understand. Yeah,
all right.
But I enjoyed it.
Well, we should probably get back to the game.
Are you trying to make a new Lost Continent game, or?
Right now, I don't think.
I mean, I can run Lost Continent. It just depends on like what the groups want to do. Like Monday said they would rather do the Nightspire game.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have voted for Lost Continent, but since the other 2 players were interested in Nightspire and it's content I haven't done, I'm totally fine with that.
But
yeah, I mean, I'd be interested in either new campaigns. So in the Monday one, if you guys actually start a new campaign of Nightspire, I would definitely be interested.
Would you be willing to do 2 games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind then.
Carly, are you going to join us? Carly?
I would love to. I really want to. I really have to think about.
No, that's fine.
It.
No, fine. I don't actually want to pressure you. I'm just being silly.
I want it's to lovely. So bad. It's not even about the time.
With you. You're lovely. Yeah, I understand.
And I know I can afford it. I'm just supposed to be saving money.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't take it with you.
Yeah.
All right.
I could.
Well, you're all wonderful, and if you want to come join us, then that's what's going on right now on Monday.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to think about it.
So we were in the Magnificent Mansion. Did Glenn hear about all the stuff that happened while he was away?
Probably not. They were talking about game.
Oh, just the essence of that creature seemed like it was affecting your mansion.
Oh, that it was it was kind of, and then I left when they sent a runner to go get Uslog and Uslog's bag.
So it seems like it might. What Eli was saying is it might actually enhance the mansion in some way. Could possibly be used for that. Maybe make it more of a permanent space.
That's because I was going to ask.
We could also use it to enhance other magic items or other magic effects. So we probably want to carefully consider because there's only one use worth of essence.
Yeah, but you know how there's always a problem with like, where's our camp? What items are in camp? Like, where is it? This
like make
is
our camp like
the Magnificent Mansion. Because that's the way we could store all the stuff in the Magnificent Mansion. If it opened up to the same demiplane, we could essentially store everything in there.
And make it like a permanent demiplane that you access whenever you cast a spell. Or something?
It'd be a permanent, essentially infinite storage.
Our people would be stuck in there between you conjuring the doorways, though, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of scary for them.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, that's
like something happens to Glenn, like.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is if Glenn left the group, that would be really oof. But honestly, I think it's lovely for a consistent group, you know.
I could always also teach the spell to Eli.
Ooh. Well, but Eli is not with the group at all right now. He's just an NPC.
Well.
All right, maybe. How about this, guys?
Sure.
When we have downtime, maybe all the spellcasters, which I think is everyone but Uslog, can maybe spend some downtime trying to have Glenn teach us, and then maybe there could be something where we come up with some sort of agreement on the party camp. If the mansion is the party camp, and we use the essence toward this, which I am actually down for. I think it's a fun idea. But like we should make it where it's somehow more communal or something, you know? Maybe we can spend some research on that.
I was going to ask Lou about downtimes. I know you had mentioned there would be essentially a project to turn the Magnificent Mansion to be something more static, so that like it could essentially hold like camp resources.
Oh, we could do that even without this essence?
Well, that I'm not sure of. I was just about to ask Lou that when you mentioned it enhancing the
so this would probably be a much easier way of doing that. Basically, this thing is kind of like the essence is a way to unlock house rules. So if there's some house rules you want to try to bring in, like making your mansion more static, like that would be an easy way of doing it. But it's only got one use.
Like Eli was mentioning, like it could make someone Eldritch Blast more powerful. Like there's a lot of applications where we could amp up a magic. So we should think about, like, I like the idea of us making the Magnificent Mansion more permanent and making our camp and another plane.
You think it would probably give someone an extra Eldritch Blast?
Oh, okay. Is that what you meant by that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
but
instead of the normal amount, it would be an extra blast along with it.
So
also potentially like make a really like improve a really powerful control spell. You know, like. But maybe it could make Hypnotic Pattern or Slow bigger, or it could maybe increase the targets of Hold Monster or Banish.
The thing though for me is like, does this affect one character? And if that character dies or leaves the party, like does the party lose it? Like that's what I want to make sure we think about.
It would affect one character or one item. An item would probably be safer, but maybe not as powerful.
Maybe we can do something where we all like combine our abilities and resources and Arcana or whatever. I don't know. During some downtime and like figure out how to make it where it's an item that belongs to the party that like affects our camp. I don't know. I
want to go back into character though, because there is some stuff I wanted to do.
Okay.
Or not Uslog, Malin. So while you are, what were you doing? You were bathing, like relaxing.
Well, yeah.
So while you are relaxing, a familiar voice says, "That was somewhat impressive, the way you took on that beast."
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, I'm a little bit wowed by it. He says, "I thought for sure you were dead, you and your friends."
I assured when I said that I killed Frago, that was no fluke.
He says, "I know you killed Frago. I was very angry about that."
But now you have a much more powerful little avatar, do you not?
There's no question that you're powerful. My question is, now, how devoted you are. He says, "Frago was a zealot, fanatical in his worship of me. He says, I feel like I am more just a plaything to you that you wish to get powers from."
As I said, I will use your power to great effect against my enemies, and of course, spread your name if need be.
He says, "And what about my enemies? Sometimes,
name them.
Sometimes those who I will wish you to smite might not be people you wish to smite." He says, "Will you be loyal to me, or will you just obey me at your convenience?"
we can develop a working relationship.
So, are you interested in any levels of cleric, paladin, or warlock? Because this could be a story reason where you like kind of respec a little.
Don't you already?
I mean, I'm not looking to respec. To be honest, this is,
you already have paladin levels, right?
Yes.
Do you have a subclass in paladin, or do you only have like one level in it?
2
Who's
levels
your
only.
deity?
Okay. Do you think you're going to go to a 3rd level and maybe go for a subclass, or would you be interested in being a fallen paladin?
Let me take a look at Fallen Paladin. Probably, to be honest, probably not. I think I was gonna. Let me actually take a look at.
Alright, just something to
Sister.
keep in mind out of game. But you would say, I no longer question your abilities. At this point, I just have to see if you would be a loyal follower of my cause, and if you really can spread flame and destruction where I need it to be spread. He says, your group does not strike me as, people who'd be interested in such a thing.
Well, yes, we are not the chaotic spread fire here, but it could be targeted, and you probably need it would be of use to you to have a very potent targeting tool. Who is more likely to succeed his mission than Farago did.
He says, well, if that's so, perhaps you could do something for me to prove your loyalty.
What were you thinking?
He says, in the north part of the city, there is a section of housing that's been rebuilt. I want them razed to the ground.
I just give him a really... You want me to break some old houses? Look.
He says, I want them burned. I want ash. I want destruction. He says, you don't have to kill anyone, but
Why?
this is what I request.
And what do I get out of this exactly?
Well, what do you want?
Well, some of Farago's abilities were quite interesting. If I were to channel some of the very similar powers that he did, I don't know, either the flame aura, flame gauntlets, or demonize, take on an aspect of you. Those are some ideas to bounce around.
He says, well, it seems like your strange gloves channel electricity. Would you like them to channel fire as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you can channel a little more juice into them on top of the electricity, that would be quite potent.
He says, very well. If you burn down the northern section of the city, the neighborhood I have specified, I shall give your gloves the ability to flame as well as electrocute.
Very well.
He says, do this for me tonight. Whether you do it openly or secretive, I don't care. I imagine you'll try to do it quietly, as long as the houses are burned.
My methods are, yes, going to be my methods.
He says, I look forward to see what you can accomplish. Alright, so what are you gonna do?
Well,
I'm going to walk over to the group and I'm going to call a team meeting.
oh, I figured you were going to be secretive. I'm
not the stealthy type. I am not the
I
stealthy
am
type.
impressed. Like, oh wow, he has a conscience. Okay, anyway.
Alright, so it's, let's see, I'll say a few hours had passed at this point.
That was a very fine masseuse that was
about-
working on me. What's this urgent meeting?
It's
Guys,
about 2:30 in the afternoon right now.
He
Yeah.
was only wearing a loincloth and he had muscles. Oh my gosh.
I need to have a little discussion.
Eli says, alright, calm down, Grandma.
I need a solid from the group And how much exactly do we have in the treasury? I don't know. It's like that's
I
like
wouldn't know. You guys have not yet given me
Eli
my
says, didn't we
backstab.
leave the treasury at the tower?
Oh, I thought we
I
left
mean-
the. I thought we left the camp at the
a
tower,
lot of-
honestly. But
There's a lot of money in Uslog's bag of holding.
yeah.
Accountant
Oh!
Uslog, how much do we have?
Which is why.
why do you ask? Let's just clarify before we go.
So
That's true. When Malin
how
asks how much
much-
money we have, that worries the shit out of me.
can we buy up the northern section of Issyk?
How quickly?
What kind of question
Tonight.
is that? You mean the section where they rebuilt the houses and a bunch of people are living?
Yeah, that section.
These are people who have restarted their lives and have hopes and dreams. You might
And
need to
I would like to make
compensate them in other ways.
I would like to make them extremely wealthy for this.
That might work.
So
Yeah,
you
so-
see,
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. What do you think?
But
I would-
there's bound to be that like random citizen who won't leave.
Yeah, I know.
Eli says, well, I mean, the houses up there aren't that
But
big.
why?
I mean, like, I would expect maybe 50 to 100
They're
gold
not
pieces
even
per house.
complete. Most of them aren't complete, right?
Depends on the neighborhood he's talking about. Some of them are complete.
Why
But-
do you ask?
Yeah, this is... Are we going into real estate investment or something?
Yeah, you disturbed my my soak for this.
So, well, I mean, if you guys are down, then yeah, we can go back to it.
Down for what? Tell us what's going on.
Expending the treasury on a housing project that I
No.
would like to undertake.
Wait. What prompted this question, please?
Would you believe me if I said it's for the good of the party and future encounters that the party will have?
With extreme reticence.
What are we going to do with a bunch of houses? We're not even staying here, Eli says.
Yeah, I'm not really a
I
big fan of
feel-
cities.
I feel there are details that are not being shared.
Is this Diddy's idea? Is this some kind of real estate scheme you guys are doing?
No. That would be a very good pitch that I
We
probably
would very much like to be able to return to Issyk at any point. Chiron is a valuable ally. We
Well,
do
yeah,
not want to burn our
that's
bridges
why.
here.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying I'd like to purchase said houses.
Mhm.
So you see, I had a little chat with my good buddy Surtur. And
Wait, just real quickly. This is the first. I think this is the first mention of Sorta since Australia joined.
Yes,
so I just
it
want
is.
to know: do I
Yes.
even know who the fuck that is?
That would be religion.
I mean, she's not religion trained,
Oh, then probably not.
and her religion is very low. But she's been like plain hopping and seeking knowledge all of her life. So I don't know.
You can make a check. If you roll well, you might know
it's
something.
No, it's good. All right.
14.
fine.
You think it's some kind of fire giant god, but you don't know anything about them.
But we would know.
Why would you what a fire? What? Why would you want to? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go.
yeah, so I kind of agreed to become his avatar a while back. And he was very
What?
impressed by the combat. Really impressed by what we did.
Why wouldn't he be? But that's not the point.
He must not be that. He must
Eli
not be that
says,
strong of a god
why-
if he was impressed by your combat and that against that beast.
Eli
See,
says,
unlike
I
the
get the
town
feeling.
folk, he sees through the truth.
I get the feeling Surtur isn't the type who is into real estate investment.
This is a very accurate statement. And he has requested I burn the northern section of the town.
Do you think it would be suspicious if our group buys up all of those properties and then they immediately burn down? Do you think that might
it's our
affect
property.
our
We could-
relationships with other, you know?
Well, we would compensate them for it. Now, look, guys. Okay, look.
It's not about compensation. It's about like fear. Like, will they trust us? Will they consider us their heroes?
I mean,
if we buy up this
randomly
section,
burn neighborhoods.
he says the people need the housing built for wintertime. Like their people are going to need houses. All the colonists. It's not just about the money. I mean, they need shelter here. They have more people.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Go ahead. I want Uslag and Glenn to get a chance to talk because they've been quiet. Go ahead, guys.
Well, I don't think you understand. It's not just you're not just burning wood when you burn homes. Even if you buy them, the physical act of seeing a group of homes light up and blaze down to ashes is psychologically damaging. It's
probably why
a
Surtur
huge-
wants it done. Eli
Yes,
says.
it's a huge hit to the moral of the
let's say
entire
we were doing
city.
a ritual. We could say we were doing a ritual, which is not that far off the truth.
The reason won't matter. We will no longer be welcome in Issyk. We will be looked down upon and shunned and derided if they
For
don't
that,
chase us out. You really underestimate what you're asking. I don't know if it's because your heart was replaced by a machine during your accident or not, but I joke with you a lot, Malin, but I can't tell you how just severely disappointed I am that you're even asking this.
that's why I wanted to buy up the section. If we wanted to do whatever we want with the houses, I mean, first off, didn't we have a plot of land that we need to do that we were going to clearly bring it in if we needed for a guild or something? I mean, yeah, that was
Okay, so
out there
now
talk.
let's say you retire into a city, into a nice suburb, and your neighbor all of a sudden starts hosting, human sacrifices in their backyard and clear view of you at night, and chanting. I mean, it's their property; they can do what they want with it, right?
Yes.
But it's going to have an effect on the entire neighborhood.
Oh yeah,
I understand, but that said neighbor just saved the town from the Loch Ness monster.
Yes, and then they're going to be much worse and undo all of that goodwill.
And hang on, does Uslag have anything she wants to say about this?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I agree with all Glenn said. But why are you doing this for a god of destruction? What's going to stop this god from asking you for destroying a quarter of a city to then setting the entire world ablaze? Isn't that what we're trying to prevent?
Of course, and obviously I would not agree to any demands to just set the world ablaze.
And how long are you expecting to be in control in this relationship?
This is not. If I was not in control, I would be already over there burning. This is not. I'm not doing that. I'm obviously not selling my soul or anything, but this is transactional in nature. And look, I understand what I'm at. Like, I'm certainly not. This is the reason I called an emergency meeting of the group. I don't want to just. We've traveled a while, and I didn't want to. Just backstab the group like this after all we've been through. So, but I mean, again, my service is what I do for this group. I try my best for combat wise, and I guess this is a very crude, could be even crass way of viewing this, but I view this as an investment and to help me perform my duties frontlining for this team.
What's he gonna give you for this? Eli says.
I like some extra firepower.
It seems like a slippery slope. That's just my opinion, though. He says,
And look,
as a magic user, I know. Well, I don't want to hurt people. I know people sometimes become hurt from collateral damage by the things we do, but this seems like a direct, attack against the city, whether or not we own the land.
I mean, it is a slippery slope. I mean, Malin, you seem to think that you're able to get one over on a god. You don't think this is exactly what he's planning, to make you to slowly eschew your moral compass? I mean, right now, he's already convinced you, enticed you enough that it's worth burning down part of the city that's sorely needed by its residents to survive, just so you can get a little bit stronger. And every next request is just going to be a little bit further. And every time you act, the more your compass heads further and further south, until before you know it, you're willing to kill an innocent for power.
Oh. You see, we can do this. Look, I just listen. I hope you by me coming to you guys, you would understand that yes, it could be slippery slope, but it would be a step-by-step process, and I hope you understand. At least you have some trust in me that involving these matters, I would not do anything unilaterally without consulting the group. If the concern is, slippery slope further and further. As for actions, getting one over the god, I was, very upfront about the methodology required to achieve this, and this is perfectly plausible. Again, I'm willing to admit this is not. How do I phrase this? This is not something that that is harmless. I understand what you're coming from, but sometimes, as I said, we're not directly killing or injuring anyone, and sometimes to achieve your goals, you have to do what's necessary.
That sounds like somebody who is willing to, once given the chance, burn down the world, just like our kind have done in the past.
And we were willing to slaughter the entire Davalis family, including, and you told me to go kill that informant that helped us and gave us our weapons. This is along the same lines of logic. Obviously, different magnitude, I'll grant you that, but we've done such actions before.
And that haunts me to this day. I still regret that. And that's why you should take my words especially heavily. That was a mistake. It was my
How was that a mistake?
Because we didn't have to kill that family. I could have convinced them. I trusted the wrong person. He kind of back to Eli. I should have trusted myself.
Says, I'll never hear the end of this. I was tricked as well.
I know it's not your fault, but it's my fault more than yours, though.
Does Estrella have anything else she wants to add? Give her a chance to talk again. No, I guess not. Alright, continue.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
I said, do you have anything else you want to add, Estrella?
I missed some of the recent conversation, but no, I don't.
Okay. So Eli will say, what happened to us, like I said, we were tricked by the Deep Frost. I feel like this destruction... What?
Well, that doesn't change the fact that, yes, that we were willing, if they were negotiable, but if they were not willing to negotiate, we were absolutely willing to wipe them out. Let's not try to recharacterize how things would have gone.
They were a warring slaver family. These are colonists who need shelter for the winter coming up.
Yes, I'm not asking to slaughter them. If we need to even find them some shelter, I'm willing to, figure out what we should do for that.
Do you think Sartor would be satisfied with the destruction of just empty houses, or is he expecting more?
Our deal was, the houses need to be burned in whatever capacity that would entail. If in the next request he would like to be more specific, that is a different story, but this is the nature of the current request.
As well, I think there are better things we can do with our money than buy a bunch of houses to please a destruction god. We'll just burn all that gold to the ground. But
I would categorize this as using a bunch of money to, again, this is for myself, but this is using a bunch of money to buy me something of rare, maybe very rare quality of a magic item to myself.
Eli,
this is how I cared.
Give me a persuasion check.
I mean, I'll flash that. They make it 18, but
Eli's as well. I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, it is spending money to gain favor with this god to give him more power, which could be useful to us. So it's a very strange way of doing it.
I really don't want to have dealings with an evil god of destruction. I'm sorry. It's not even about the...
I know I told you it was a stupid idea to do this in the beginning, Malin, and because as soon as it gets to a point where he asks you something that you are not willing to do, all that power is going to be taken away. And it's going to be for nothing. Either that or you're going
I disagree, because if he does that, then he just loses an avatar for quite a while. This is a two-way relationship, one way or the other. Obviously, he is a far god, and he will do his best to gain more influence. I'm under no illusion, but there is dividends that we can extract from this ourselves.
Maybe we should just vote on it?
No from me, dog.
My biggest concern is, as Glenn has said, he would probably expect you to continue to serve.
What's the vote?
Huh?
If we vote on it, what are the votes? What are the sides? What are the options?
Alright, I guess we just do yes or no in chat.
What are the options is what I'm asking.
Burn the houses or don't burn the houses.
Yeah, that's the only option.
Yes,
But what
yes.
what? No, I'm sorry. I thought we just spent 15 minutes discussing what that would mean. So I guess I thought there was more to it than just that, more details.
Okay,
well,
my side would say, we burn the houses, but we first buy them off and then ensure whoever we displace we guarantee that we give them shelter or whatever.
Okay.
Perhaps they can come live in your mansion.
All right, I'm gonna say Estrella's a bit distracted and not super. Yeah, she's not super in tune. So yeah. She's gonna be I'll go. Yeah. Whatever you think is right, because she's enjoying your masseuse.
Glenn snaps his fingers and the masseuse disappeared.
Well,
No,
obviously the benefits.
Burning the houses means serving the evil god. I'm not.
Yeah,
not a fan of that.
I would not pick that then if that was presented in that way, but I don't think that.
Well,
Estrella, I don't think has a lot of the proof that he's a serving a fire or giant god or whatever.
I think Estrella's drunk. She's been drinking wine.
She might be. She's been getting a massage or whatever.
Yeah. So Eli will say, benefit is, these houses would be destroyed, but, Malin would have this extra firepower to help him in combat. Obviously, the city would be without housing, and they would need time to rebuild. But Malin has said you would, I don't know, offer to help them with that. I'm not sure what that would be and what would be involved in that.
Alan wants to give up most of our money to terrorize the town, make us into villains, so he can do a little bit more damage per turn.
And open link chests.
Malin, you're already super powerful.
All right, Lou, what was in your chest?
Yeah, Malin, you're already kind of a badass fighting that thing. Why do you need this god's power?
This is. I mean, we just fought and nearly got, smothered by the Loch Ness monster. We have Shadowlords. We have far stronger opponents on the horizon.
That's because you went in and underestimated him. That's exactly why that happened.
Well, regardless, it's always going to be something. Our enemies will only grow stronger, and they will only learn to adapt.
As a wizard, I can respect the argument of more power is good, Eli says, but I don't know. He says you all should decide this. I'm newer to the group.
I understand the reasoning for it, and I respect that you want to do this for the greater good, but it's just not.
Eli says I don't think I even have claim on the money, being as new to the group as I am. So it should probably be more, Glenn and
just break it. Just break through the barrier.
Just what? Did you say just break it?
Astrea's over there casting plane shift.
No, not plane shift.
Astrea.
Whatever we can't get to, let's just break through it.
Break through?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm confused.
Astrea, yeah, like I said, Astrea's drinking.
So what's the vote? So that we have 2 no's. I obviously vote yes.
Uslag is giving you way more benefit of the doubt. I don't think you're doing this for the good of anyone but yourself.
And when have my intentions or what I've ever done not been in consideration for the group?
Right now.
If I didn't consider the group, I wouldn't be here discussing with you all.
If you're loud as shit, you'd never be able to sneak up there. Whether
It
you
doesn't matter
or not.
I doubt they'd be able to stop me.
They would come find me and I would stop you.
I'd have already probably burned down the place. I'm not. Again, we're not. This is like I said. This is not what's happening.
Just try not to do that.
Malin or Eli says this conversation is not productive. He says I
agree.
I feel like it's in Malin's interest to improve himself, and if he thinks he could control Surtur's influence. Like I said, power is helpful, but on the other hand, it is Uslag's money, I would say. Uslag, Glenn, and I guess you have part of the interest because you were with them for the money. So I guess it's just up to you 3 to figure it out.
Well, I'd like to make a point that you did participate in the raid on the vault. I mean, we've got most of this money from raiding the Fire Giant vault.
I guess that's true. I mean, if we were going to do it, we'd have to discuss it with the city, I think. Buying up the houses, in my opinion, if we just bought them and burned them, the city might get angry at us if we didn't tell them we were going to do it. So I think we would have to clear it with Akame, and I don't think she's going to be okay with it. But we could always try. Glenn has convinced people of stranger things. He looks to Glenn.
I would be convincing Akame to do the opposite.
And he says, well, I mean, like I said, you have the ability to convince people of a lot of crazy stuff. I've seen you do it.
No, what Glenn is saying here, regardless of how the vote goes, he is not going to support this. That's what he's saying. Isn't that right?
Yes, if you're going to try and seek Akame's permission, I would persuade her to not give it.
We probably have to talk to the prince, whose name escapes me, but... He says, unfortunately, well, I don't know. Like I said, you've heard my opinion. there's not much more I can really say on the matter, but I'm willing to support whatever the group goes with. My vote would be that we should speak to the city, and if they are okay with us doing this, then I'm more for it. But I doubt they would be. I mean, maybe they need gold really bad. I don't know. What do you think, Uslag? Are you just against this?
I think so. I mean, it would be better if I mean, I don't really care about cities, but I do understand that it would leave a lot of people homeless, and that's not good. But it's just what it means more than anything for me, and just not okay with that. Sorry.
What about you, Glenn? As they kind of look over, and I'm guessing Astray is like passed out next to the tub.
I feel the same way as Uslog.
I mean, I'm here, but yeah.
It's okay. Well, alright, so I guess we are deciding against it then.
No. What? Against what?
Against buying houses and burning them.
I think we are. I don't know. I'm sorry. What's the rest of the people doing?
We're saying no for the most part.
Okay.
I think Eli is sort of
can you
on
pay
the fence.
attention, or I'm going to kick you out of my mansion? Like, this is important.
Look, Surtur's been drinking. Or not Surtur. I don't know. Astray has been drinking. Apparently I've been drinking. I don't know anyone's name.
Surtur's probably been drinking too, you know?
Yeah, maybe he has. He's like watching all this on his like fire, like just like putting back the wine goblets.
That's probably what he wanted. He wanted division between rank. He's probably laughing at us right now.
That's how they work. That's what I've
Well, look. Okay, I'm gonna go to if you two do not unless you vehemently support me, then I think this matter is closed.
Alright, well, thank you for being understanding about this, Eli says. I know you could have you are very powerful, and it would have been difficult if we couldn't see eye to eye, so
I'm not like pissed, but I just walk off. I'm gonna need another conversation with Surtur.
you hear in your head, did you really think they would agree to let you burn down one of your human cities? Of course
I think I presented everything. Did you really think that it was a brilliant idea for me to go and try to rile up so many enemies at once?
Says there are two reasons I wanted the fires. One was to strengthen my power through the chaos and fear it would have caused. And secondly was to see how you would approach it. So I've learned a lot from this interaction.
You know my moral character, but even if I, let's say, was willing to become wanton evil at this very step, but I'm not going to be able to challenge everyone in my path and come out of this unscathed.
As I said,
I want to do this.
I was curious as to what you do. I didn't necessarily I didn't know exactly how you would try to do this, or if you would do this, or if you would tell me to fuck off and then throw away the symbol. So I've learned a bit about you. It'll be useful moving forward. He says, don't worry, I don't harbor anger for you not doing this. As I said, it was a benefit to me either way, he says, but nothing even though it may seem it sometimes, everything I do has a purpose, even when it seems chaotic. He says, I wouldn't be as powerful as I am if I was just always looking for wanton destruction.
And then what is your purpose exactly?
As well, mostly is wanton destruction. Says, but there's reasons for the destruction, mostly to empower the chaotic forces of the universe and of Gaian, myself being one of them. He says, terror, destruction, fear, all these things give me power.
Don't the cataclysms give you, like, a crazy amount of power?
He says, oh yes. Though the cataclysms only come once every 3,000 years. And lately, the civilizations on the surface have been more ready for them, so very few actually die in them, now that most can escape to the deep. He says, but the cataclysms are quite nice. Quite a joy to behold.
Mm-hmm.
He says, sadly, you probably won't live to see another one. And even more sadly is you don't remember the last one.
Was I around for the last one?
Actually, we hadn't really discussed it because we didn't say exactly when you lost your memory. So we'll say no. We'll say you don't remember.
Okay.
All right. So, anything else?
That's it.
All right. Anyone else want to do a little more RP, or should we just pass the evening?
Glenn's gonna go find a comp.
Akame?
Yeah, comp.
All right. So yeah, it's getting later in the evening. She's probably just hanging out in the woods, admiring the view, talking to some of the people in your camp. I'll say when you find her, she's talking to Diddy.
Okay. Akame, could I have a word in private, please? Seeing Diddy there.
Diddy smiles and gives you a wink and says, sure, Glenn. She just kind of walks off. Yes. What is it, Glenn? Kame says as she walks over.
Could you get a message to your soldiers outside briefly?
She says, well, I'd have to leave this place. Is everything okay?
Probably, but I think it's important that send some soldiers to patrol the northern part of the city.
She kind of raises an eyebrow. Is someone missing up there? Are you gonna be cagey about this?
There's a very small chance somebody might try to burn the city.
Okay, that's a lot to unload on me. Do you know who this person is?
Malin.
Why?
Size, because the evil fire god that he is worshipping wants him to in exchange for power.
Huh. All right. Well, there's a lot there that I don't understand. First, I guess I'll go send people to keep an eye out. I mean, if he tries to do it, okay.
I mean, if he tries, if anybody sees Malin in the north part of town tonight, basically come get us.
All right. Yeah. Let me go, and I'll say if you let her out, she goes and talks to some of her soldiers.
We talked about it, and
then she comes back.
Yeah, I just kind of let her know. We talked about it, and we all took a vote, and we voted no. And I'm confident that he's going to hold to that. But
says you took a vote whether or not you'd burn down the north part of my city.
Well, whether we were going to let him or not.
She says, I don't understand. Like, did you all actually vote on that?
Yeah, it was a no.
Well, I guess I'm glad it was a no. I'm just surprised you even considered it.
I didn't, and Uslog didn't either. Estrella, he shrugs. I don't know what the fuck's up with her. She's weird.
She's passed out next to the bath. Give me a persuasion check.
All right.
It's a little disconcerting.
No, trust me, it wasn't even a thought for me, and Usog as well.
Well, did anyone else vote that we should burn down the city? Do I have other people I need to be concerned about?
Well, Malin was the only one that was going to benefit from it, so he's really the only person you need to keep an eye out on.
I said, well, I guess I can keep an eye out, but
Well, I said I don't, I believe he's not going to do anything. I trust him that he brought it up to the party instead of just going to do it, and so I believe that since we told him no, don't do that, that's fucked up, that he will not do it. But I'm just afraid that the fire god is going to continue whispering in his ear, and he might lose control. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
So do you want to tell her? I won't make you an RP at all, but do you want to tell her about Surtur and what happened with him?
Yeah, essentially.
All right, so you give her kind of a quick rundown. She says,
Yeah.
So he's kind of serving this evil god for power.
Yes, and he thinks he can dance with the devil and come out with getting his feet stepped on, but I don't. He shakes his head. I don't believe that's going to be the case forever.
Yeah, deals with beings like that. Very dangerous. Well, I just hope it doesn't end up corrupting him.
I really hope that as well. And I said, just in the off chance it does, I figured I would let you know, just in case. I said, I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know.
Well, I appreciate that, Glenn. I know you're taking a chance because this doesn't make you or your group look the best, having someone who serves an evil god or a chaotic god of destruction. But I appreciate the honesty.
It probably doesn't make it any better, but he was wanting to buy the houses at least. He shrugged.
Huh. It's interesting. He says, well, I mean, at least that means he was going to get the people out, so that makes it a little bit less bad.
Yeah, he
like
wasn't.
The main part.
He wasn't going to kill anyone, but I told him that even if you buy the houses and even if the people are all out, you're not just burning wood. When people see homes burn, there's a psychological effect that can't be
She says, yeah,
forgotten.
It definitely wouldn't do good for morale, and we need those houses. I mean, we only have so much time to build before winter gets here, so there are already going to be people sleeping in tents. Losing housing is I mean, if the city was fully built, it would still be a crazy thing to request, but I'd be more, open to it. But right now is just such a bad time.
He nodded.
Need everything we can get.
One, I have a feeling that's why Surtur asked in the first place.
Well, I can't say I know why, evil, destructive gods do what they do, but I just hope Malin doesn't become a problem. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk to her about? Because we are kind of over time now.
No.
All right. So yeah, good game, everyone. I guess we can
Spicy
say
content.
We passed the
Like
evening.
fiery content.
So go ahead. You guys can say
That's a little tense
a
moment.
long rest. It's the 48th. If you wanted to work on a downtime project that day, you could have, because you had enough time.
I don't think Gooslog would have. She would have just been
Yeah,
full on relaxing.
Okay. Yeah, so give me MVP votes and we'll call it there.
Okay.
Gotta go pack and drive up to Canada tonight. Alright, got 1 vote. 2 votes. I think Estrella is asleep. So I just need Glenn. Alright, so Malin with 2 votes, your MVP.
Oh, thanks. I guess I should have, proposed burning the town next time. Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, good game, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game.
I'm glad that's been brought up and discussed. I was feeling so anxious about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's time to fight the party. So
Yeah.
So I was going to see that. Like, I was like, how can I spin this?
You're not Glenn. This is why you should have rolled a bard.
Actually, next time I'm a bard. I'm just gonna
sneak up on Malin when he's asleep and modify memory. You never asked us this. Zerder wanted you to burn a puppy alive, and you were like, no fucking way, bro.
I think for your backup character, you should just make a bard too. Just be like dueling
just
bards.
dueling bards.
Persuasion
like
is over 30 constantly.
Just the attack potency of the group just drops, but in terms of RP, we're gonna be cooking.
Glenn will be like CNN. You'll be like Fox News or something.
Simon, please listen to my reasonable request. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. No
You're
spin zone.
CNN, you're a loser. You are doing nothing good for Isik. I was going to bring the fire giant powers here to make it a better place, and you messed it up.
It was gonna be a fire. It was gonna be a big fire, the best fire. I
know the best fires. All the fires.
The best fires.
The fires come to me. They cry. They say, "Sir, I love you, sir. You've done the best."
Oh my god, dude! Like Brendan on I can't remember the game show he's on occasionally. Brendan Mulligan.
I know what you're talking about. Oh,
yes, so
good. The Trump impression is dead.
Yes.
Or as Sauron.
I know what you're talking about.
Not a real king. They call him Little Tomato.
It was the best.
We're gonna have smog, whole forms of smog. We're gonna have a Balrog for every orc. Oh, that's perfect. And he just kept going.
Yeah. He's got skills.
I love him. You know what? I think he's better than Mercer.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both great. But yeah.
Like I said, they're both great, but I don't know, man. When I see the clips of Brendan going off on some crazy monologue when he's doing a villain, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude!
Straight face, he just keeps it so together. Oh.
It was just to reach a hand down, I would have to be beneath you. I'm beneath no one.
Oh man, I've got to go watch some of that now.
I know, that's so good.
Anyway, glad we're not burning down a city.
Me too.
I was gonna
Uslag's never liked cities. I was thoughts crossed my mind. I'm like, well, Uslag wouldn't really even she wouldn't care. Besides the people that would be affected, I'm kind of glad Glenn spoke first because that was kind of but it was just the principle of the matter for her. She doesn't like the idea of a god of destruction being in our wheelhouse. But yeah, that was I was conflicted a little bit about that. Just saying.
So you're saying Uslag
because she's more she values nature over civilization in many ways, but
I'm doing you a solid that no. I mean, obviously,
she's not. Yeah, it's wanton destruction is not in her code. So.
Yeah, no. I mean, to be honest, I figured that both Glenn and Uslag's character would say, I was like, well, if I can convince Eli and Estrella, maybe I have a shot, but nah. No, that's fair.
Well,
no, I mean, obviously, it's very off
Estrella
character.
had a little too much wine and just kind of passed out on the the sofa in the magnificent mansion. Yeah. So
honestly, now that I think about it, though, Eli probably should have said, "Get out of here," because he hates the fire giants as the most out of everyone.
Yeah, you rolled okay, and he saw the benefit of you getting power, so he was like, "All right, well." If the city's
there's
okay
any-
with it, then we maybe...
If there's any class that's going to be inherently okay with seeking more power dangerously, it's going to be a wizard or a warlock.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah. I
Does
wonder,
it-
like, I feel like Uslag in the beginning, like, she had the potential of being more, like, you know, she may have a different version of Uslag, may have, like, been able to be convinced, but just through the course of this campaign and everything, like, the things that, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but, like, she has gone over to a side that she's not okay with that. So she really hated civilization, she hated cities, she hated like the government, everything like that when she was early on. So
See, that's character growth right there. That's character development.
She's not gonna go back on that. So
I mean, and Glenn's somebody who's definitely willing to, like, and that's the thing. Like, Glenn's never been afraid to get his hands dirty to get the job done. But, like, being a spy, he's seen what, like, terror can do to a population. There's some things he's just like, no.
Well, I think as long as you don't bring harm to humans, then Glenn's like willing to do whatever it takes.
There's definitely
Like-
lines he's willing to cross, but this was one when I